really undermined the Hindu faith since its advent in India. He called for a historical understanding of this blow to the Sanatan dharma, political Islam, as he said it. He made a few comments. Here is some of the comments made by Yogi Adityanath in that speech.
अंग्रेजों ने इतने वर्षों तक शासन किया, ब्रिटिश उपनिवेश की चर्चा होती है, फ्रांस के उपनिवेश की चर्चा होती है, लेकिन राजनीतिक इस्लाम की कहीं चर्चा नहीं होती। जिसने आस्था पर कुठाराघात किया, यानी ब्रिटिश उपनिवेशवाद के खिलाफ हम लड़े थे, हमारे पूर्वज लड़े थे। फ्रांस के उपनिवेशवाद के खिलाफ हमारे पूर्वज लड़े थे, लेकिन राजनीतिक इस्लाम के खिलाफ भी हमारे पूर्वजों ने लड़ाई लड़ी थी, बड़ी बड़ी लड़ाइयां लड़ी थी। छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज को, गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी महाराज को, महाराणा प्रताप को, महाराणा सांगा को हम इसी बात के लिए स्मरण करते हैं, इसी बात को लेकर के हम उनको राष्ट्र नायक के रूप में सम्मान देते हैं। लेकिन ये राजनीतिक इस्लाम वही है जो छागुर के रूप में डेमोग्राफी को चेंज करके राष्ट्र माता के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने की मंशा के साथ कार्य कर रहा है।
Okay, we're getting you that very controversial story of the PCB chief in Pakistan, the cricket board chief, who's also a minister, by the way, in Pakistan, who continues to refuse to hand over the Asia Cup trophy to India. He now wants BCCI to hold a joint ceremony to officially lead proceedings. What a loser.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talked about trade, we talked about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk about...
This is Republic Jack Oliver's studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I am Tanisha Awasthi. Let's get started. थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
Bliss. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan.
Sahil Shamshad Mirza, chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, has just praised India for its rise as a global superpower.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find a peaceful and a negotiated solutions to all disputes.
Belgium court clears extradition of Mehul Choksi. Antwerp Attorney General responds to Republic questionnaire, says extradition is final. Republic accesses the first and exclusive pictures of the Arthur Road jail barrack shared by India to Belgium, which has now been accepted by the Belgium court.
जितनी जीविका सीएम दीदियां हैं यानी कम्युनिटी मोबिलाइजर्स हैं, उन सभी सीएम दीदियों को स्थायी कर उन्हें सरकारी कर्मचारी का दर्जा देकर उनके वेतन को 30,000 प्रति माह हम लोग करेंगे।
RJD announces multiple freebies ahead of Bihar Assembly elections. His announcement on seat share in Mahagathbandhan soon, but the question on whether their SOPs can really be managed.
पूरे प्रदेश में महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं, कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे और सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे, ये माहौल बना।
Congress party in firefighting mode with RJD for tackling the crisis. Gehlot rushed, calls it friendly fight, later meets Tejaswi. PCB chief Naqvi refuses to hand over the Asia Cup trophy to India, asks BCCI to hold a joint ceremony to officially lead proceedings. Congress targets India cricket coach Gautam Gambhir, injects Muslim angle into team selection, claims Sarfaraz Khan was left out of tournaments because of his last name. There has been a rift within the Mahagathbandhan in Bihar, and many leaders have gone on record to acknowledge it. In fact, senior leader, former Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot was rushed by the Congress party to Patna to firefight the crisis. Now, initially, before meeting Tejaswi, he even admitted that yes, there are seats, at least 12 of them, where Congress, RJD, CPIML are fighting each other. There are fights because there is no final understanding on the seat sharing. He admitted it while adding that these were friendly fights. Here's what Ashok Gehlot said before meeting Tejaswi, after meeting Tejaswi, and where the issue stands on the rift within the alliance in Bihar days before the first vote is cast.
जितनी बातें कही गई है ना, वैसी स्थिति नहीं है। थोड़ी सीटों पर जरूर फ्रेंडली फाइट हो सकती है, बाकी कोई नहीं है। बिल्कुल हमने पूरी स्टडी कर ली है, सारा कुछ जो चल रहा है प्रोसेस वो आगे बढ़ रहा है। जल्दी वहाँ पे ऑल पार्टी गठबंधन वाले बैठेंगे, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करेंगे और स्थिति स्पष्ट कर देंगे। आरजेडी या कांग्रेस गठबंधन पूरा महागठबंधन दमखम के साथ मैदान में उतरेगा, ये मैं कह सकता हूँ। जितनी बातें कही गई है ना, वैसी स्थिति नहीं है। थोड़ी सीटों पर जरूर फ्रेंडली फाइट हो सकती है, बाकी कोई नहीं है। बिल्कुल हमने पूरी स्टडी कर ली है, सारा कुछ जो चल रहा है प्रोसेस वो आगे बढ़ रहा है। जल्दी वहाँ पे ऑल पार्टी गठबंधन वाले बैठेंगे, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करेंगे और स्थिति स्पष्ट कर देंगे। आरजेडी या कांग्रेस गठबंधन पूरा महागठबंधन दमखम के साथ मैदान में उतरेगा, ये मैं कह सकता हूँ।
Now, Congress leader and former Rajasthan Chief Minister, viewers, Akash Gehlot has said that this was a friendly contest. Now, we have Prakash joining us from Patna for more on this. Prakash, what really is brewing there in the Mahagathbandhan?
Well, on 10 to 12 seats, the alliance was not staged. Most of the parties claiming that their candidates would contest, and they have distributed symbols to their respective party candidates. Now, this is the kind of alliance that has created a lot of confusion among the people of Bihar, the seat sharing arrangement was not finalized till the last date, and even in one assembly constituency called Sugoli, early morning of the last date of the nomination, the symbol was distributed, and eventually that candidate's nomination paper was cancelled. So because he could not prepare himself for the nomination papers, and the set of nomination papers were not submitted properly. But besides that, it does not augur well for the Mahagathbandhan, because Ashok Gehlot had to fly from Delhi to Patna to talk to Lalu Yadav and Tejasvi Yadav. Tejasvi Yadav fully understanding the fact that Congress party is dependent on the RJD for vote bank, and last time they had contested on 70 odd seats, but they could win only on 19, losing 51. So that is a kind of a strike that they were talking about, and now that they want to form the government, the RJD wants to contest on the maximum number of seats. So they will do posturing tomorrow. There is a press conference of the Mahagathbandhan. They will come up with common minimum program. We'll wait and watch what Mukesh Sahni is up to his sleeves, and they will put up a brave front that they will have friendly contest on certain seats, or they will ask their nominees to back out. Back to you.
Right, thanks so much, Prakash, for joining us with those inside details coming in from the Mahagathbandhan camp ahead of the polls. Viewers, now shifting focus. In fact, a press conference was held a short while back where RJD leader says that all is fine within the alliance, trying to allay fears of an infighting. Listen in.
कोई विवाद नहीं है, कल बात करेंगे, कल आप लोगों को सबका जवाब मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। कोई विवाद नहीं है, कल बात करेंगे, कल आप लोगों को सबका जवाब मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
तेजस्वी यादव जी का जो विजन है, जो दूरदर्शी सोच है, उसका रिजल्ट जनता ने देखा है, सब लोगों ने देखा है। जब 2020 में 10 लाख सरकारी नौकरी की बात तेजस्वी जी ने पहले की थी, तो हमारे विरोधी सत्ता पक्ष के लोग कह रहे थे, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री नीतीश कुमार जी कह रहे थे, असंभव है, कहाँ से पैसा लाएगा, जेल से लाएगा, पिताजी के घर से लाएगा। लेकिन तेजस्वी जी को डिप्टी सीएम के रूप में मौका मिला तो वो करके दिखा दिया। 5 लाख सरकारी नौकरी नियुक्ति पत्र बंटवाया, 3.5 लाख प्रक्रियाधीन करके आए। तो देखिए, इच्छा शक्ति, संकल्प शक्ति है। बिहार की भलाई की लड़ाई के लिए तेजस्वी जी ने जो रोड मैप ब्लूप्रिंट बनाया है, वो जनता के सामने है। तेजस्वी जी वो सब करेंगे जो ये 20 वर्षों में निकम्मी, नकारा, खटारा नीतीश सरकार, डबल इंजन की सरकार ने नहीं किया है।
एक सवाल और है मेरा कि आगे जो एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की घोषणा की गई है, क्या होने वाला है?
कल संवाददाता सम्मेलन होगा, महागठबंधन के सभी दल के नेता प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बहुत सारी चीज़ों की घोषणा होगी, थोड़ा इंतजार कीजिए।
An independent MP, Bappu Yadav from Purnia, voiced strong support for the India alliance, saying that the public is eager for change and ready to back a new government under its banner. Emphasizing Rahul Gandhi as the alliance's strongest ideological leader, Yadav says that the elections should be fought under Rahul Gandhi's leadership. That would garner significant support from backward communities, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Listen in.
मैं मुख्यमंत्री के व्यक्तित्व पर, चेहरे पर कोई बात नहीं करूंगा। बिहार की जनता एक तरफ नरेंद्र मोदी के चेहरे पर, विनाश के चेहरे पर, नफरत के चेहरे पर लड़ रही है। नीतीश कुमार को तो मुख्यमंत्री बनाए ना, तो उनका तो चेहरा है नहीं। विड्रॉ चाहते हैं 12 सीट। और दूसरी तरफ बिहार की जनता राहुल गांधी के चेहरे पर चुनाव लड़ना चाहती है। बहुत क्लियर हूं मैं इस मामले में। राहुल गांधी के चेहरे पर चुनाव लड़ेंगे तो हम इंडिया गठबंधन की सरकार बना पाए।
विड्रॉ तो आप चाहते हैं फ्रेंडली फाइट वाले
ना, मैं तो चाहता ही हूँ किसी कीमत पर विड्रॉ हो। सारे कांग्रेस के सीटों पर फ्रेंडली फाइट हुई है। हम सबसे पहला चाहेंगे कि हर कीमत पर यदि विड्रॉ हो तो मंटा सिंह के चेहरे सीट पर विड्रॉ हो, नवादा कहलगांव हो हर कीमत पर, वैशाली हो, शाश्वत के नरकटियागंज हो, हम तो चाहेंगे।
Meanwhile, Chirag Paswan, the LJP Ramvilas party chief, launched a scathing attack on Rahul Gandhi over the confusion within Mahagathbandhan's seat-sharing arrangement. He questioned how nominations could be completed without clarity on which the party is contesting. And criticizing Rahul Gandhi's absence from the political scene, Paswan asked why Rahul had not stepped in to resolve the growing doubts and the controversies within the alliance.
उनको नहीं संभाल पा रहे। मेरी तो समझ के परे है कि भाई ये लोग कौन सी दुनिया में ये लोग जी रहे हैं। यहाँ पे आज की तारीख में जब दूसरे चरण का नामांकन हो गया है, इस तरीके की बातें करके अपने बिखरे हुए या कोलैप्स्ड गठबंधन के ऊपर जो ये लोग पर्दा डालने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, हम जब सरकार में आएंगे, हम जब सरकार में आएंगे, हम ये करेंगे, हम वो करेंगे। प्रभु आप आइएगा कैसे सरकार में? ऐसा गठबंधन आज तक कभी भारत के राजनीतिक इतिहास में हम लोगों ने नहीं देखा, जहां पे घटक दल एक दूसरे के सामने है। दूसरे चरण का और फाइनल नामांकन की पूरी प्रक्रिया समाप्त हो चुकी है, उसके बावजूद भी अभी भी नहीं पता कि कौन कितनी सीटों पे चुनाव लड़ रहा है, नहीं लड़ रहा है। एक साथ घटक दल कभी एक साथ बैठे नहीं। राहुल जी जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की, सब SIR को लेकर लोगों को भ्रमित करने का कार्य किया, सब किया, वेयर इज़ ही, है कहाँ वो? कंप्लीटली वैनिश्ड। इतना यहाँ पे गठबंधन में बवाल चल रहा है। क्या ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी दो बड़े घटक दलों की नहीं थी? क्या ये राहुल जी और नेता प्रतिपक्ष बिहार में तेजस्वी, इन दोनों की ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी नहीं थी कि दोनों एक साथ बैठें और गठबंधन में जितने भी बॉटलनेक्स हैं उसको क्लियर किया जाए, इन सारे जितनी भी उलझने हैं उनको सुलझाने का प्रयास किया जाए? ये तो गंभीरता का अभाव दिखाता है। ये तो शरीर से दिखाता है कि शायद कांग्रेस सीरियस ही नहीं है बिहार के चुनाव को लड़ने को लेकर।
And in fact, we are getting more responses from the BJP, which has said that they are confident that there is no fight in the state and the NDA will win with a thumping majority.
बिहार में चुनाव में पहले लगता था एनडीए और महागठबंधन में लड़ाई होगी, लेकिन अब कोई लड़ाई नहीं है। एनडीए अपार बहुमत से जीतेगा, क्योंकि महागठबंधन के नेता आपस में चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं। वो एक दूसरे के उम्मीदवार को हराने में लगे हैं। कई सीटों पर अलग अलग उम्मीदवार हैं। राहुल गांधी जो घुसपैठ बचाओ यात्रा करने के बाद जो कोलंबिया गए, उसके बाद बिहार पर उनका कोई बयान नहीं है। राजद का दबाव है कि तेजस्वी यादव को मुख्यमंत्री का उम्मीदवार घोषित किया जाए, तभी वो उनके विधायक के उम्मीदवार को उम्मीदवार मानेंगे। तो तेजस्वी यादव को उम्मीदवार कांग्रेस घोषित नहीं कर रही और राजद के लोग कांग्रेस के उम्मीदवार को विधायक का उम्मीदवार नहीं मान रहे। तेल पिलाई हुई लाठी लेके कांग्रेसी को दौड़ा रहे हैं। वो कुछ होने वाला नहीं है। भारी दबाव है। एक झूठी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस ये लोग करने की योजना बना रहे हैं ताकि कहें सब कुछ अच्छा है, लेकिन जब तक तेजस्वी यादव को मुख्यमंत्री का उम्मीदवार घोषित नहीं करेंगे कांग्रेस वाले, जब तक राजद के वर्कर उनके उम्मीदवार को समर्थन देने वाले नहीं हैं। आपस का द्वंद्व है और एनडीए एकजुट होकर चुनाव लड़ रहा है।
तेजस्वी की मुख्यमंत्री उम्मीदवारी को लेकर पप्पू यादव का भी बयान इस तरीके से देखने को मिला।
पप्पू यादव बयान दे नहीं रहे हैं, बल्कि कांग्रेसी उनसे बयान दिलवा रहे हैं। जानबूझ के इस तरह का बयान पप्पू यादव जी से दिलाया जा रहा है। वो पप्पू यादव का बयान नहीं है, बल्कि राहुल गांधी का बयान है। पप्पू यादव जो भी बोलते हैं वो राहुल जी प्रियंका जी की मर्जी से बोलते हैं, क्योंकि पप्पू यादव में जितना चाबी भरते हैं राहुल जी प्रियंका जी, उतना ही वो चलते हैं। तो जितना भी लालू यादव तेजस्वी यादव को अगर कोई अपमानित करने वाला बयान पप्पू यादव देते हैं तो वो राहुल जी के इशारे पे ही देते हैं।
And meanwhile, former election strategist in Jansuraj chief Prashant Kishore, now an entrant in the Bihar Assembly elections, spoke exclusively to Republic TV and he outlined his party's vision in addressing key issues facing the poll-bound state. In fact, he emphasized the need for transformative governance in Bihar and positioned his party as a credible alternative focused on grassroots development and long-term planning. Listen in.
आज जो आपने आरोप लगाए, बहुत गंभीर आरोप आपको नहीं लगता लगा दिए?
नहीं, गंभीर क्या है? बिहार में पहले हम लोग ये सुनते थे कि बूथ लूटा जाता है, वोटरों को बूथ पर लालू जी के राज में नहीं जाने दिया जाता था। तब टीएन सेशन का जमाना आया और वोटरों को ये आजादी मिली कि वो जाकर वोट दे पाए, तो जो लालू जी का जिन्न निकलता था वो सब बंद हो गया, लालू जी चुनाव हार गए। तो जिस बिहार ने पहले यहाँ बूथ लूटते हुए देखा है, पहली बार हम लोग उम्मीदवारों को लूटते हुए देख रहे हैं। जो लोग जन स्वराज के आधिकारिक उम्मीदवार हैं, जिन्होंने नामांकन कर दिया, उनके घरों पर भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री जाकर बैठे हुए, जो धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जो यहाँ के इंचार्ज हैं, और
द्वार के घर पर शिक्षा मंत्री बैठे
हैं। ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ, ये देखिए उन्होंने चित्र जारी किया है। ये हैं डॉक्टर सत्यप्रकाश तिवारी, जो ब्रह्मपुर से जन स्वराज के उम्मीदवार थे, अब थे, क्योंकि नामांकन करने के बाद 3 दिन प्रचार प्रसार करने के बाद ये भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री इनके यहाँ गए, रात भर बैठे, इनको डराया, समझाया, जो भी किया हो मैं नहीं जानता हूं। अगले दिन डॉक्टर साहब अपना मोबाइल स्विच ऑफ करके
Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Jahan. All right, we have the
in the case of MCF, emphasizes and mandates dual-use technology development, integrating civil innovation directly into military applications. So when he talks about the carrier battle group, he is talking about this because that's what is the focus which has been given as far as the Chinese MCF is concerned. The institutional framework. In case of CMR, it talks about often decentralized these separate military and civil institutions operating within defined boundaries under highest political institutions. So everybody has a degree of freedom and there is no connectivity which is available in the civil CMR. When it comes to the MCF, highly centralized under unified authority, that is China's CMC. So as far as this book is concerned, I think it's been written in such a lucid manner where it's been able to identify a sweet spot between the CMR and the MCF. So there's a lesson for the civil, there's a lesson for the military, and all those who form a kind of a joiners in between. He has correctly picked up 2 success stories of the US, that is civil-military integration, and China, that is the MCF, with natural binders of technology, military prowess, and politico-military diplomacy. Being contextual of Ukraine warfare and of Sindoor, actually it makes it a live reading because you're feeling as it is it's a living document. That is how he has gone about it. So when we look at the Oriental perception of growth, we look at socio-cultural factors. These two play a pivotal role, and that is what we are different from the West. So here in our civilizational context, as per the author, as per General Shukla, the CMF symbolizes the fusion of the 3 goddesses. Saraswati, that is center of knowledge and research. Lakshmi, that is center of business wealth. And Durga, instrument of power. That is how he has given out the fusion in his book. So here I must also quote Kautilya's Saptang theory, wherein he emphasizes that the strength of a state lies not in excellence of one limb, but in the interdependence of all. In contemporary parlance, this resonates with the alignment of DIME. I add technology to it, that is DIME T, that is the instrument of national power. What Kautilya articulates as the interdependence of limbs, we today recognize as CMF. And by this month end, as it is, I am looking at issuing out our envisaged role to synergize with all limbs of the nation, akin to the CMF under the hypothetical umbrella of the NSS or National Security Strategy. This book also covers contemporary global best practices, yet renders in a very Indian idioms, if I can put it across. The book exhorts Indian statecraft to leverage talent, data, and deep technologies, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, military autonomy, quantum, etc., as strategic assets in the resolute service of a national security interest. Through its 120-odd pages, the book chronicles solutions and outcomes in a very pragmatic manner. Building resilient supply chains, creating strategic choke points for diplomatic leverage, driving faster cycles in capacity building from prototype to deployment, pushing rapid indigenization at a high scale, and finally fail-proof deterrence, all baked in the source of civil-military fusion. So that's what makes the book so important and salient. The author outlines CMF as a powerful concept and metaphor, an invitation to imaginative, creative, but disciplined action to power India's rise. Once you pick up this book, I don't think you will rest till the time you finish it. And it is so engrossing for the military practitioners that whether you get late for the office or a function doesn't make a difference, you have to finish it. That is what it is so engrossing. So if I have to summarize as to why this book is a must-read for all security pundits, I have identified 5 points. It looks enhancing national security, that is CMF integration with civil R&D, private industry, military, with policy makers and financial provisioners, also referred to as whole-of-nation approach. The second one, recommendations to accelerate defense modernization. The third is leverage emerging technology, establish innovation pipelines from civil sector to military, and also encourage dual-use technology. The fourth one, efficient use of national resources and enhance national resilience, duly integrated with economic and industrial growth. And the final, building a knowledge-based ecosystem. So to conclude, I would say this book is a great aperitif and the main course for PM's clarion call for Jai, that is jointness, Atmanirbharta and innovation. And now this book will also form part of Chief of Army Staff recommended reading supplementary list. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Dhanyavad.
All right, that is the big update coming in. This was it was the Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, who was right now speaking his address live on Republic TV. We'll be getting you more details on that and much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
The highly anticipated summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin in Budapest has been abruptly put on hold. Is peace slipping away before it even begins?
No, I don't want to have a wasted meeting. I don't want to have a waste of time, so I'll see what happens. But we did all of these great deals, great peace deals. They're all peace deals. They're agreements, solid agreements, every one of them. But this one, and I said, go to the line of battle, the battlefield lines, and you pull back and you go home, and everybody take some time off, because you got two countries that are killing each other. Two countries are losing 5,000 to 7,000 soldiers a week. So we'll see what happens. We haven't made a determination.
Sources point to the White House encounter between Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky. Their October 17th meeting devolved into heated exchanges, with Trump reportedly pushing Zelensky to accept Russian terms or risk total defeat. Trump even doubled down, refusing long-range Tomahawk missiles, a lifeline Ukraine had been desperately demanding. He even expressed doubt on Kyiv's chances of victory.
They could still win it. I don't think they will, but they could still win it. I never said they would win it. I said they could win. Anything can happen. You know, war is a very strange thing. A lot of bad things happen, a lot of good things happen. If you look at the Middle East, I would say prior to us hitting Iran so hard, we could have never made that deal, because you would have had a dark cloud over the Middle East.
Which they asked the military to take lead in some of those initiatives where we can integrate. And some of them I may mention toward the later part of my talk. So as General Raj Shukla has put it, civil-military fusion entails convergence of all the arrows in the quiver of nation statecraft, the military, the scientific community, the industry, academia, and the entrepreneurial ecosystem in the resolute pursuit of national security and technological sovereignty. A uniformed services, the military, paramilitary, and the CAPF, along with diplomacy, science, research and development, public and private sector, startups, the commercial space ecosystem, academia, the thought leadership, must all come together in a fused enterprise. Only such a fusion can enhance our economic productivity, accelerate technological progress, and strengthen our strategic and military heft. It's all well known that the combined efforts always produce more energy than the simple sum of these products in an individual kind of constituent manner. And this is not rocket science, it's been told to us right from our Vedic times. Raj Shukla, it's always difficult to speak actually after the author, and Chief has also spoken and given some ideas about it. Raj has actually spoken about how civil-military fusion is being practiced, say, in China, in Israel, and how the US is attempting to follow it. Let me give you some basic examples in what little manner we are attempting this as baby steps and nascent steps towards it. You know, when I'm talking about civil-military relationship or civil-military fusion, we are also looking at from the civilian side what the government expects. So it's the government's aim that basically should be to provide socio-economic development of our people, eradication of poverty, development of infrastructure, providing employment, etc. Besides, of course, this can't happen unless there is a secure environment. This will all happen when there is a secure environment, which of course is the later part, that military part of it. And armed forces are aligned and they're contributing towards it. When we talk about socio-political initiatives, we have initiatives like Nari Shakti, Swachh Bharat, Amrit Sarovar, Ek Ped, Maa Ke Naam. We have development projects like Skill India, Digital India, Make in India, National Solar Mission, Gati Shakti, Vibrant Villages. National building programs like Atmanirbharta, Make in India, Sagar, that's Mahasagar now, Act East. Armed forces have been doing this in bits and parts and fits and starts, I would say, for quite some time. But now there is a more focused and organized approach towards it. And one of the reasons behind it is, I think, the creation of this post of this Department of Military Affairs and creating the secretary. So this particular gap which was there between the political authority and the military, that has been bridged by this particular appointment, Secretary DMA. And now, as Secretary DMA, one would be privy to, say, Council of Ministers meeting, number of parliamentary committees. We recently held one, consultative committee of the parliament. So you can understand what the civilian side requires or demands from the military. Of course, the other important part on which the today's talk was, the today's book is about the military part of it, how to develop a military's capabilities. The military dimension is important, and it is important because this civil development which we just spoke about can only be possible once there is a secure environment in the country. So a number of initiatives for this particular fusion have also been taken or in vogue. First would be, say, like in defense R&D, I think there is a necessity to fuse the policy makers and the innovators together. And some small examples or nation step toward this is in the initiative like IDEX programs. Similarly, I think in the area of defense manufacturing, there has to be a fusion of the government and the industry. We need to create a level playing field for the private industry and help the private and public sector. They should work together. We should have MSMEs and startups to collaborate. They all should be working towards national security. And towards this end, at least as Secretary DMA or CDS, I have made a couple of initiatives like when we started Future Warfare course, this particular courses are open to the academia, this is open to the young startups and industry people.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talk about trade, we talk about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk a little while ago about let's have no wars with Pakistan. And I think the fact that trade was involved, I was able to talk about that. And we have no war with Pakistan and India. And that was a very, very good thing. But he's a great person. And he's become a great friend of mine over the years. In a few moments, we'll light the Diya as a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. It's a beautiful term, light over darkness. That's what it's all about. It's knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. During Diwali, revelers recall ancient stories of enemies defeated, obstacles removed, and captives freed. The glow of the Diya flame reminds us to seek the path of wisdom and to work with diligence and to always give.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
It's 5 p.m. and you're watching Live and Breaking with me, Isha Vincent, getting in some big breaking news coming in with the modernization plan of the Indian Army. That's the big news coming in. But let me first take you through the headlines we're tracking out this hour. Big exclusive on Republic TV on Mehul Choksi's extradition. Belgium court clears extradition. Republic gets the first and exclusive pictures of Arthur Road jail barrack shared by India to Belgium authorities.
जिनका सीएम भी दिया है यानी कम्युनिटी मोबिलाइजर्स हैं, उन सभी सीएम दीदियों को स्थायी कर उन्हें सरकारी कर्मचारी का दर्जा देकर उनके वेतन को 30,000 प्रति माह हम लोग करेंगे।
RJD announces multiple freebies ahead of Bihar Assembly election, says announcement on seat sharing in Mahagathbandhan soon.
पूरे प्रदेश में महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं, कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे और सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे, ये माहौल बना।
Congress party in firefighting mode with RJD for tackling the crisis. Senior leader earlier called the rift friendly fight. PCB chief refuses Asia Cup trophy handover to India, asks BCCI to hold a joint ceremony to officially lead the proceedings. Congress targets India cricket head coach Gautam Gambhir alleging religious bias, claims Sarfaraz Khan left out of tournaments due to his last name. Starting this edition with some major announcements that have been made. First to Rajnath Singh, who has just made an announcement a short while back. Listen.
आप सबको इस पुस्तक के लिए हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। आप ये कहेंगे कि केवल लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल राज शुक्ला को ही आपने क्यों बधाई नहीं दी, हम सबको दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि इस पुस्तक को सरसरी तौर पर हमने देखा है और मैं कह सकता हूं कि यह हम सब के लिए उपयोगी है। इसलिए लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल राज शुक्ला के साथ साथ मैं आप सबको कांग्रेचुलेट कर रहा हूं। कोई भी किताब भले ही कुछ महीनों में या कुछ वर्षों में लिखी जाती है, लेकिन उसके पीछे उस लेखक का बरसों का एक्सपीरियंस और दशकों की इंस्पिरेशन और सैकड़ों वर्षों की नॉलेज और विजडम छिपी होती है। अनेक वर्षों तक आपने जो चिंतन किया उसके परिणाम स्वरूप यह किताब हम सबके सामने है, और मैं आपको इसलिए भी बधाई देता हूं क्योंकि आपने इस किताब में जो विषय को चुना है वह सिर्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव नहीं है बल्कि इंटेलेक्चुअल और मॉरल डिस्कोर्स का भी वह एक हिस्सा है। हालांकि मैं स्वीकार करता हूं कि मैं अभी तक पूरी तरह किताब नहीं पढ़ पाया हूं, लेकिन किताब पलटते हुए जो कुछ हिस्से अब तक पढ़ पाया उन पर मैं कुछ बातें यहां पर जरूर करना चाहूंगा। मेरा पहला ध्यान किताब के ब्लर्ब पर गया, जिसमें लिखा था कि दशकों से भारत समेत अनेक देशों ने सिविल और मिलिट्री एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को अलग अलग रखा हुआ है और इसके पीछे फियर ऑफ मिलिटराइजेशन की बात कही गई है। अर्थात मिलिटराइजेशन के डर से सिविल और मिलिट्री एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन अलग अलग रखे जाते हैं। सही बताऊं तो इस लाइन पर मेरी निगाह कुछ देर के लिए रुकी। मुझे लगा कि सोच को भारत की कल्चरल और हिस्टोरिकल जमीन पर रखकर देखना जरूरी भी है। भारत जैसे देश में जहां लोगों को शासन पर, प्रशासन पर और संविधान पर इतना भरोसा है, जहां पर धर्म के प्रति लोगों की इतनी गहरी निष्ठा हो, ऐसे देश में सिर्फ मिलिटराइजेशन के डर के कारण सिविल और मिलिट्री एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को अलग अलग रखा गया हो, इस बात से मैं उतना सहमत नहीं हो पाता हूं। सहमत इसलिए नहीं हो पाता हूं क्योंकि जब मैं इस विचार पर सोचता हूं तो मुझे रामायण का एक अत्यंत प्रेरक प्रसंग याद आता है। आप याद करिए, जब भगवान श्री राम ने उनको वनवास मिला था और वे लक्ष्मण था माता सीता के साथ वन में निवास कर रहे थे, उसी दौरान भरत अयोध्या के तमाम लोगों के साथ और अयोध्या की सेना के साथ भगवान राम को वापस बुलाने जाते हैं। यहां ध्यान रखिए कि भरत उस समय अयोध्या की सेना के कमांडर इन चीफ थे। जब भरत अपने विशाल दलबल के साथ वन की ओर बढ़ रहे थे, उस समय लक्ष्मण जी ने उन्हें आते हुए देखा। लक्ष्मण जी को यह लगा कि भरत के पास तो पूरी सेना है, कहीं वह इस उद्देश्य से तो वन में नहीं आ रहे हैं कि हम तीनों पर आक्रमण करके हमेशा के लिए अयोध्या के राजा बन जाएं। उनकी दृष्टि में शंका की एक झलक थी। उन्हें लगा शायद भरत राज्य प्राप्त करने के लिए आ रहे हैं। जब लक्ष्मण जी ने भगवान राम से अपनी यह शंका बताई तो भगवान श्री राम ने बड़ी शांति और बहुत ही समझदारी और यह सूझबूझ से कहा था, भरत ही, तुलसीदास जी ने लिखा है, भरत ही होई न राज मधु वेदे हरि हर पद पाई कबहू की कांजी सिकरनी क्षीर सिंधु बिरसाई। अर्थात चाहे कितनी भी बड़ी सेना हो, चाहे कितना भी बड़ा साम्राज्य हो, भारत को कभी भी राजमद नहीं हो सकता है। चाहे उन्हें ब्रह्मा, विष्णु, महेश या इंद्र का ही पद क्यों न मिल जाए, भारत सदैव विनम्र रहेंगे, क्योंकि भारत के अंदर जो मूल्य हैं वे मूल्य उनको राजमद की किसी भी सूरत में इजाजत नहीं देंगे। ठीक उसी प्रकार से यदि दूध से भरा हुआ क्षीर सागर हो तो उसमें एक दो बूंद खटाई की गिर जाने से वह कभी खराब नहीं होगा। यह नियम एक पतीले दूध पर भी लागू हो सकता है। भारत उसी प्रकार से क्षीर सागर हैं। ये छोटी चीजें उनमें राजमद नहीं ला सकती हैं, और हुआ भी यही। जब भारत आए तो लक्ष्मण के मन की सारी शंकाएं स्वतः समाप्त हो गई। साथियों, मैं समझता हूं कि यह सामान्य घटना नहीं है, यह बल्कि भारत की सभ्यता और उसकी विशिष्ट सिविल मिलिट्री कॉन्शसनेस का एक प्रतीक है। जब हम इस विचार को समझते हैं तो हमें यह महसूस होता है कि भारत की परंपरा में कभी भी मिलिटराइजेशन उस अर्थ में नहीं रहा जिसमें शक्ति का मतलब सत्ता हथियाना या शासन पर अधिकार जमाना हो। हमारे यहाँ हमेशा पावर का उद्देश्य लोगों का संरक्षण और उनकी सेवा करना रहा है, और इसी कारण भारत में कभी भी सिविल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और मिलिट्री के बीच कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की स्थिति कभी नहीं पैदा हुई, क्योंकि दोनों का उद्देश्य राष्ट्र की रक्षा और जनता की सेवा ही रहा है। हालांकि शुक्ला जी ने अपनी पुस्तक में एक आर्टिकल का रेफरेंस दिया है, जिसके अनुसार नेहरू जी एक बार रक्षा मंत्रालय गए। वहां उन्होंने यूनिफॉर्म में कुछ ऑफिसर्स को देखा। ऑफिसर्स को देखकर वह थोड़े से असहज हो गए और उन्हें लगा ये लोग यहां मंत्रालय में क्या कर रहे हैं। लेकिन यह सब पुरानी बातें हो गई हैं। आज ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। आज तो मैं खुद ही कई बार सीडीएस को
Well, in fact, a big statement made by Raksha Mantri over the civil and military fusion essentially taking place, and as far as the theaterization aspect is concerned, whether at all it is now the need of the that's the big focus now coming in. A short while back, Chief of the Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, also weighed in on this entire issue. Remember, theaterization has become the buzzword post-Operation Sindoor, because essentially highlighting whether at all there could be a tri-services integration that can actually take place. Shift of focus now to the other story that we're getting in right now. A major update now coming in from the infantry division of the Indian Army. In fact, a short while back, the DG Infantry making certain announcements with regards to how exactly the Indian Army's infantry division would basically consider the next generation reforms that are likely to be brought in. Some big announcements that have been made, and sources now indicating that assault rifles and as well as LMGs are now going to be upgraded from 5.6 mm to 7.63 mm caliber, which essentially means more precision. Secondly, with regards to vintage sniper rifles being replaced by the .338 sniper rifles, and a major upgradation is also likely to take place of the anti-tank weapons that would be from the second generation, in fact a bump to about fourth to fifth generation also, and new generation rocket launchers also are going to be procured. Let me also go across to my colleague Ishan. Ishan, just walk us through some of the major announcements that are likely to be made. This comes after at least two divisions that are being raised. That's one, the Bhairo division, and the other with regards to the drone platoons that are also coming in. What are the major changes are we really expecting as far as the infantry division of the Indian Army is concerned?
Shravan, the most important change we can see is the Bhairo battalion and the Ashwini platoons that have been integrated into the Indian Army. Bhairo battalions, around 5 of the Bhairo battalions have already been raised and are now currently undergoing on-job training and will be integrated by 30th of October this year. Furthermore, the Ashwini battalions, around all battalions of the Indian Armed Forces have integrated Ashwini platoons into them. Ashwini platoons are basically the drone platoons that have been integrated with the infantry to provide coverage of loitering munitions apart, and moreover ISR drones, and this is basically the tip of the iceberg of the announcement that were made today. Furthermore, the entire roadmap of the modernization of the Indian infantry has been laid out, wherein acquisitions ranging from night vision goggles to the latest 6-hour rifles, the 716 category, and the AK-203 integration of the AK-203 into the Indian Armed Forces, and the phasing out of the INSAS 5.56 mm rifles have started taking place. Furthermore, we also learned that 4.25 lakh carbine or CQB rifles, that is close quarter combat rifles, have been ordered, of which around 60% of the order has gone to Bharat Forge and 40% has been gone to PLI, and this is a very significant boost to the Atmanirbhar campaign of the Indian government, wherein we are showing that a lot of the weapon systems and a lot of the details of equipment are being procured with a very high indigenous content. The more important parts that have been announced are the modernization and integration of digital technologies. We are doing away with the VHF and UHF radios, and now we are getting the latest and most highly encrypted software-based communication system, or the software-based radios, which will provide high-end encryption to the communication between the commander and the platoons.
Ishan, I'll just request you to stay on with us as we also try and get in a defense expert on this entire issue, because these are some of the big takeaways. Some big announcements coming in as far as the infantry division is concerned, and how exactly there is a major change that we are expecting. Now, with regards to the lethality of the weapons that are largely to be used. One, the assault rifles and the LMGs, where there is a change in the caliber itself. The vintage sniper rifles are going to be replaced. Anti-tank weapons sees a massive upgrade from 2nd generation to 5th generation. You also have new generation rocket launchers that are likely to be brought in with lightweight and better operational effectiveness. In terms of mobility, we are being told that quick reaction force vehicles, all-terrain vehicles, as well as light specialist vehicles and specialist mobility vehicles are likely to be brought in by the infantry division. My colleague Ishan was speaking about the changes in the softwares that are likely to be on it. That is the software-defined radios that are going to be brought in. Major Sabar-Paltur, we're getting in some exclusive information with regards to the plans that the infantry division of the Indian Army has with regards to a massive change. Of course, with the Bhairo division being brought in and the drone platoons being introduced, this is a clear reflection of how things are really changing post-Operation Sindoor. But here, I'm told that there is an upgradation almost on every aspect. The lethal weapons, mobility, communication, all sees a major upgrade.
Shravan, you see, having worked with the Israel weapon industry as well in the small arms sector, so there has been a mass procurement of 7.62 Negev LMG. So basically, we are equipping the infantry soldier with loitering munition, with smart communication systems, with smart observation equipment for night and day, as well as giving him and empowering him with the equipment in which he can use the thermal blanket to avoid any thermal imaging by the enemy drones, as well as equipping the infantry battalions, which is now the Bhairo battalion and the Rudra Light Commando units. So basically, this is to facilitate the shock and awe, because now the need of urban warfare is, swiftness. So we need to be swift. We need to we have to maintain the surprise, which has actually become a very challenging aspect because of the upgradation of technology, optics, and information surveillance and reconnaissance equipment which has come into the warfare domain. So keeping all these overall factors in mind, the weapon systems are being changed, they are being upgraded. The armored regiments which are using the anti-tank missiles, their range has increased. So the proximity to the enemy is now, it is decreasing. We are getting further away from the enemy, and basically we are trying to focus on beyond visual line of sight weapons and equipment, where we can target the enemy without being detected in very less time, maintaining surprise and maintaining the shock and awe effect when we hit the enemy tactically, be it in desert, mountains or jungle warfare. So this is what the Indian Army is now. It's a 360-degree turn, and it is happening at, blitzkrieg speed. It's at a daily basis, and this is going to change the overall face of urban warfare when it comes to modern warfare at the moment.
Thank you very much, Major Sabar-Paltur, for putting this into perspective. There is absolutely no doubt about the fact that there is a major shift in the manner Indian Army is now basically changing their entire focus. Shoot to kill, remember, is the renewed philosophy that the infantry division really has, and keeping that in mind, these changes have been brought in. Shifting focus now to the other story that we're getting to you tonight. US President Donald Trump has stated that Washington would continue with their plans to impose a 155% tariff on Chinese goods imported into the United States beginning from 1st of November, despite expressing his desire to maintain amicable ties with Beijing. Here's a quick report.
As of November 1st, China will have about 155% tariff put on it. And I don't think it's sustainable for them, so I want to be nice to China. But China's been very rough with us over the years because we had presidents that weren't smart. from a business standpoint. Some were good politicians, some weren't even good politicians, but they allowed China to take advantage of us and every other country to take advantage of us. If you see, I made a deal with the European Union, I made a deal with Japan, with South Korea, I made a lot of these deals that are great deals, and I was able to do it. It's really national security. I was able to do it because of tariffs. And we're getting hundreds of billions, even trillions of dollars paid into the United States. We're a very rich country again. We'll start paying off debt. We'll do a lot of things. We'll probably make a distribution out of some of the tariff money. I think we're going to make a distribution over the next fairly short period of time to the people, because we took in so much money from the tariffs. Just European Union, $650 billion. Japan, $550 billion. South Korea, $350 billion. That's even a lot of money for you guys, right? That's not bad, right? But no, we're taking in a lot of money, and it keeps people like this here, because that's why they're coming in. I mean, you wouldn't be, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but generally they won't be coming in if we're offering tariffs. They come in here, and they don't have to pay any tariff. If they do it outside, they pay a lot of money, a lot of tariffs. The money comes to us. And in order not to pay the tariff, they come and they build here. That's why we have more plants under construction than we've ever had in the history of our country. And you wouldn't think it's complicated, but you would have thought somebody would have done this a long time ago, sitting in this beautiful seat behind what's called the Resolute desk. You know that, right?
Well, it's a big setback to fugitive economic offender Mehul Choksi, with the Antwerp Court of Appeals approving Choksi's extradition to India. This comes after India had made a request to Belgian authorities to place Mehul Choksi under arrest. Now, the court in Antwerp has come to a conclusion that this is a fit case for extradition. In a response to Republic TV's query, the Antwerp court essentially had to indicate that this is a fit case and the offences that have been committed by Mehul Choksi is punishable under the law of Belgium. Take a look at this detailed report.
Mehul Choksi, the fugitive diamond merchant, wanted by Indian agencies since 2018 in the 13,000 crore Punjab National Bank scam. On October 18th, Belgian authorities cleared a major legal roadblock, paving the way for Choksi's extradition to India, the prime accused in India's biggest banking fraud, to face justice soon back home in India.
On October 18, Belgium cleared the legal roadblock in extradition of Indian fugitive Mehul Choksi, the prime accused in 13,000 crore PNB fraud case. Just this Monday, on October 20th, when I reached out to Antwerp Court in a written response to Republic, the Advocate General Ken Witpass confirmed that there is nothing stopping Belgium from extraditing Mehul Choksi.
10 नंबर के सामने कुर्ता फाड़ कर जो 1700 वोट से मात्र मधुबन विधानसभा क्षेत्र से हार गए थे, उसका टिकट काटा गया। और उन्होंने आरोप लगाया, कोई अनिल सहनी आरोप नहीं लगा रहा, वो अति पिछड़ा का नेता ये आरोप लगाया कि हमसे 3 करोड़ रुपया मांगा गया। और मांगने वाले कौन थे? तो संजय जी थे। तो मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि हमको तो पता नहीं था भाई कि ये जो है सो राजद में एक फॉर्मूला बना है। राजद में एक फॉर्मूला बना है, SHR बराबर राजद उम्मीदवार, SHR बराबर राजद उम्मीदवार, यानी कि इसका माने हुआ संजय जी हरियाणा के रुपया। तो ये बिहार हरियाणा के लोगों से चलने वाला नहीं है, ये बिहार के धरती के लोगों से चलेगा, ये बिहार के धरती के लोगों से चलेगा। आज जो अति पिछड़ा समाज एक संकल्प लिया है और मुझे आश्वासन दिया है कि आप जाइए अति पिछड़ा का नेतृत्व कीजिए और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का हाथ को मजबूत कीजिए, नरेंद्र मोदी जी का हाथ को मजबूत कीजिए। और चूंकि नरेंद्र मोदी जी भी अति पिछड़ा समाज से आते हैं, हम लोग नरेंद्र मोदी जी के हाथ को मजबूत करेंगे और बता देंगे 2010 में ही अनिल सहनी जब स्टार प्रचारक थे एनडीए के जनता दल यू के,
तो ये राजद को 22 सीट पर समेटने के काम किए थे, राजद को 22 सीट पर समझने के काम किए थे। आज वो दिन पुनः आ रहा है कि 22 से ज्यादा बढ़ने नहीं देंगे, 22 से ज्यादा बढ़ने नहीं देंगे साथियों। इन्हीं चंद शब्दों के साथ मैं आप लोगों से वादा करता हूं, आप लोगों के माध्यम से, इस चैनल के माध्यम से, बिहार वासियों के माध्यम से, जहां पर अति पिछड़ा का हकमारी होगा, जहां पर अति पिछड़ों के साथ बेईमानी होगा, अनिल सहनी चुप रहने वाला नहीं है, लड़ाई लड़ेगा। चाहे वो लड़ाई किसी से भी लड़ना हो, हम लड़ाई लड़ने का काम करेंगे। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय भाजपा।
अनिल जी, मैं विनम्र निवेदन करता हूँ पूर्व विधायक वरिष्ठ महिला नेत्री श्रीमती आशा देवी जी से कि वो मीडिया को संबोधित करें। आशा देवी जी।
आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी को मैं नमस्कार करती हूं और बधाई देती हूं, और हमारे मंच पर जितने लोग नेतागण बैठे हैं सबको मैं नमस्कार करती हूँ। आज मैं कल भी एनडीए में थी, आज भी मैं एनडीए में है, कल भी रहूंगी, और आज सरकार, एनडीए की सरकार को मैं मजबूत करूंगी, और विकास की जो गंगा बहा रहे एनडीए सरकार, उसको मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूं।
Well, in fact, setbacks for the Mahagathbandhan continues with yet another leader now joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. On the other side, we get to more details of the infighting that continues within the Congress party over the seat share.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Bliss. It dances on your skin like first rain. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talk about trade, we talk about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk about...
अवार्ड लेना छोड़ दिया, क्योंकि हम और दीदी, हम दोनों को ही अवार्ड मिलते थे, सबको मिलना चाहिए ना।
We eat music, we breathe music. Music is our life.
The leader may agree or disagree, but the ability to listen to a contrarian point of view is crucial for leadership.
Sometimes winning is not about talent. It is about औकात दिखाने का है।
औकात दिखाने।
और क्या?
I feel like a soaring bird.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan.
Sahil Shamshad Mirza, chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, has just praised India for its rise as a global superpower.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find a peaceful and a negotiated solutions to all disputes.
Big exclusive on Republic on Mehul Choksi extradition. Belgium court clears the process. Republic gets the first and exclusive pictures of Arthur Road jail barracks shared by India with Belgian authorities.
जितनी जीविका सीएम दीदियां हैं यानी कम्युनिटी मोबिलाइजर्स हैं, उन सभी सीएम दीदियों को स्थायी कर उन्हें सरकारी कर्मचारी का दर्जा देकर उनके वेतन को 30,000 प्रति माह हम लोग करेंगे।
RJD announces multiple freebies ahead of Bihar Assembly elections. Says announcement on seat share in Mahagathbandhan soon.
पूरे प्रदेश में महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं, कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे और सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे, ये माहौल बना।
Congress in firefighting mode with the RJD for tackling the crisis. Senior leader Ashok Gehlot earlier called the rift friendly fight. PCB chief refuses Asia Cup trophy handover to India, asks BCCI to hold joint ceremony to officially lead the proceedings. Congress targets India cricket head coach Gautam Gambhir alleging religious bias. Claims Sarfaraz Khan left out of the tournament due to his last name. All right, Congress is at it, friends, indulging in appeasement politics, rather Muslim politics there. And after the Congress raised the issue, its spokesperson Shama Mohammad on Sarfaraz Khan's entry into the Indian cricketing squad, alleging bias against his name. Now the AIMIM, All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin, has raised concerns or joined in the Congress bandwagon on the selection criteria of the national cricket team, suggesting a communal bias. The party has questioned whether a promising player's exclusion was linked to his Muslim identity. AIMIM hinting at discrimination based on his surname, echoing the earlier remarks of the Congress. AIMIM has also called for transparency in the selection process, alleging that merit alone may not be the deciding factor in the recent decision. So this is clearly targeting of Gautam Gambhir, someone who has been a member of parliament from the BJP. So Congress party shooting from the shoulders of Sarfaraz Khan. We have Waris Pathan of the AIMIM speaking on this issue. Let's listen to him.
ओवैसी साहब ने ट्वीट किया है, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस का एक अखबार का उन्होंने ट्वीट करते हुए ये क्वेश्चन किया है कि व्हाई इजंट सरफराज खान सेलेक्टेड इवन फॉर इंडिया ए? ये सवाल है। अब उसके अंदर आप अगर देखेंगे तो पूरा रिपोर्ट है, उसमें दिखा रहा है कि इसका एवरेज क्या है। 110.47 का एवरेज है लास्ट 5 years इन फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट। 550, 10, 100, 2500 के रन ऊपर रन बनाया और फिर भी इसको चांस नहीं दिया जा रहा टीम के अंदर। क्या वजह है? जब पहले बोला जाता था कि अनफिट है, ओवरवेट है, अब उन्होंने 17 किलोग्राम अपना वेट भी कम कर दिया है, पूरी तरह से फिट है, तभी भी उनको इंडिया की टीम में चांस क्यों नहीं दिया जा रहा है? ये पूरा देश सवाल कर रहा है, हम भी ये सवाल कर रहे हैं। क्यों? काफ़ी सारे लोगों का ये सवाल है। क्या सिलेक्शन का क्राइटेरिया क्या था आपका? क्यों इसको नहीं सेलेक्ट किया गया? तो लोग तो पूछेंगे, सवाल करेंगे, क्या नाम की वजह से, क्या सरनेम की वजह से नहीं किया गया? तो ये है हमारी बात। सेलेक्टर्स को बताना चाहिए इनको सिलेक्शन क्यों नहीं। यंग टैलेंट को आप इस तरह से बर्बाद नहीं कर सकते। एक मरतबा रोहित शर्मा को पूछा गया कि आपके 4 कौन फेवरेट है जिसके साथ आप डिनर पे जा सकोगे, जब रोहित शर्मा कैप्टन थे। उन्होंने 4 का नाम लिया, उसमें नाम था सरफराज खान। ये इस वैल्यू के लड़के को अगर आज आप सिलेक्शन में नहीं लेते हो तो देश तो सवाल करेगा। क्या सवाल इस पे भी, क्या उनकी सरनेम की वजह से, क्या नाम की वजह से, क्या कोई और क्राइटेरिया है? वो बताइए। यही बात है सब, और कुछ नहीं है।
All right, Rakshita joins me live from the newsroom. Rakshita, what a shame. Nawab Pataudi, Ghulam Ahmad, Mohammad Azharuddin, all these people have been captains of India's test team, and now you have this kind of crass politicization coming in from the Congress first and then being picked up and amplified by the AIMIM. What are you hearing from the cricketing community? Are they taking a position on this?
Well, not the first time that that Congress has batted on the communal pitch, which everybody is well acquainted with, including the cricket fraternity. And yes, while talking about the fraternity, talking about the cricketing circles, well, it has been a debate. Sarfaraz Khan's omission has been a debate for real about his non-selection. Just like there were many questions earlier in the day about Rohit Sharma being replaced by Shubman Gill, or maybe Mohammad Shami, who was very much out. He had in fact taken on openly the selection committee. At the same time, there were questions being raised. Once upon a time, why Ishan Kishan is not making it to the team, or why Karun Nair is not making to the team, and so on and so forth, irrespective of the surnames. But this time we see the politicians and Congress party, of course, to be particular at their best when it comes to communal politics. You mentioned so many great legends, of Indian cricket. In the latest, in modern day, you have a Mohammad Shami who has won us, games in the World Cup. They have been awarded, they have been honoured, and there are the likes of Irfan Pathan, Yusuf Pathan as well. There are so many of them who have been part of the Indian cricket team. They have been part of the core squad, and there have been controversies surrounding many other players from different communities and castes that has been, of course, now dragged into communal. It is communalism. It's actually very, very sad because this misleads many of the youngsters. And before playing with fire, before you mislead the youngsters who are taking up cricket or taking up any sport for that matter, that becomes very, very unfortunate and a bad influence as far as the youngsters are concerned. I mean, there is no reaction when a Danish Kanaria speaks about what Shahid Afridi did to him when he was playing for the national Pakistan team, or what Shahid Afridi keeps on talking about when he targets the Hindu religion, when he targets India and he drags in Kashmir. Shama Muhammad and the likes are always silent on social media, but she took aim at Rohit Sharma for his weight. For what reason, we do not know, and she has some deep interest in cricket, it seems, and now she has dragged and tried to bat on the communal pitch once again for their own politics.
All right, thank you so much, Rakshita, with those details. Clear case of communalization of a merit-based process. Congress, of course, targeting the BJP, shooting from the shoulders of Sarfaraz Khan. Unfortunate, and that's in fact our trending primetime debate. Stay with us all through the evening to understand why Congress is doing what it is doing. Moving on, NSCN, the National Socialist Council of Nagaland Supremo Thuenglang Muiwa, the 91-year-old Naga leader and chief negotiator in peace talks with the centre, arrived in his home district of Ukhrul and visited his native village, Somdal, after more than 50 years, half a century. Thousands of men and women turned up in traditional attire to welcome the Naga leader. His visit comes amid ongoing ethnic tensions in Manipur, but more significantly, amidst ongoing peace talks and agreements between the centre and the Naga groups. Thousands thronged Ukhrul to welcome Tuenglang Muiwa. And we have Johnson joining us live from Imphal, in fact. For more on this, let's go to Johnson live. Johnson, we have seen some Manipur groups apologizing to Muiwa to the Naga communities, in fact, for some past mistakes. Is there a suggestion that finally a thaw is emerging, a lasting peace is emerging with Muiwa coming back to Ukhrul after 50 years?
Yes, Abhishek sir. This recent homecoming of the NS I am leader, Muiwa visit to his native village in Ukhrul district of Manipur. It is a very much awaited homecoming by the people of the public of Naga, by the people of Naga from Naga community. Yes, in fact, it is hope that there is a hope that there will be a everlasting peace between the keeping beside all the past mistakes between the communities, and it is believed that some very based Manipur CSOs like Fox, Kokomi, Amuko, and USM have also visited Ukhrul today to take part in this warm reception of this homecoming of this NSN leader after 5 decades, So not only this very based CSO, the women folks of the Kwame Makatel and Imagimera and some other women folks groups, they have also visited Ukhrul for their warm reception. Not only this, thousands of youth and students of the Ukhrul district have also witnessed a very huge welcoming of this I am leader, and this hope for a long-lasting peace.
Right, absolutely. Things looking up for lasting peace in the region with the Naga leader, former rebel and insurgent, really coming back. But moving on from Manipur and Nagaland to neighboring Assam, where the Himanta Biswa Sarma government is all set to introduce bills in the upcoming assembly session on love jihad and polygamy and protection of Satra lands. And the state government will introduce these bills, likely to take place in the session that is likely to take place next month. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said details will be shared once the draft bills are approved by the state cabinet. He in fact gave a soundbite on the same. Let's listen to Himanta Biswa Sarma.
I think people of Assam is with me, and their blessings are with me. So I don't want to do politics with the blessings of Congress. I want to do politics with the blessings of people of Assam, and I am quite confident that nothing will harm us. এইবাৰ আমাৰ অসম বিধান সভাত লাভ জেহাদৰ বিৰুদ্ধে, বহু বিবাহৰ বিৰুদ্ধে, সত্ৰৰ সংৰক্ষণ, বহুবিলাক খুব ঐতিহাসিক আইন আমাৰ সদনলৈ আহিব, আৰু আমি সদনত আলোচনাৰ জৰিয়তে চাহ বাগিচাৰ শ্ৰমিকক ভূমিৰ অধিকাৰ দিয়া, বহুবিলাক এই বিধানসভাত ঐতিহাসিক বিল আহিব, আৰু মই ভাবো যে লাহে লাহে কেবিনেটত যেতিয়া এপ্ৰুভ হৈ গৈ থাকিব আমি আপোনালোকক জনাব পাৰিম। জুবিন গাৰ্গৰ মৃত্যুৰ
All right, Anirudh joins us live from Guwahati for more on this. Anirudh, I could just catch one word, lahe lahe, in the soundbite given by the Chief Minister. What does he mean? Like, is it going to come slowly at its own time, or it's actually coming in the next assembly session?
Well, he has clearly indicated that in our next session, that is the last, that is also going to be the last session of the 17th Assam Legislative Assembly session before the elections next year. In April 2024, the state is going for polls in April 2025, in fact. If we go by what the Chief Minister has said, he has clearly indicated that the state government is willing to bring several bills, introduce several bills in the last session of the Assam Legislative Assembly before the state goes for poll into early 2026. And this also include the Jihad bill, the protection of hot rod land bills, and also the bill on polygamy. The Chief Minister has said what you had clearly pointed out, that he gradually in the next cabinets the bills will be passed and they will be made ready, so that when the assembly commences in the last week of November, then these bills can be tabled in the legislative assembly session and they can be passed in the due course of time before the state goes for poll in April 2026.
Right. Himanta government, of course, has been in campaign mode on both the issues of love jihad and the Satra lands. Bills coming up in the next session of the State Assembly. Thank you, Anirudh. Moving on and to an interesting development taking place in Karnataka with the Chief Minister's son, Siddaramaia's son, even announcing a successor. Remember, this is coming in the backdrop of a turf war going on between the Siddaramaiah and the Deputy Chief Minister, Camp D.K. Shivkumar, on the issue of who takes over the baton from Siddaramaiah. Siddaramaia's son, in fact, has said that Satish Jarkioli, a minister and a close aide of Siddaramaiah, is actually the right or true successor. That's MLC Yatindra, the son of Siddaramaiah, speaking. Let's listen to him.
ಇವತ್ತು ತಂದೆಯವರು ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೇನು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಕೊನೆಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಬದುಕಿನ ಕೊನೆ ಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂತ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ವೈಚಾರಿಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಗತಿಪರವಾದಂತಹ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೇತೃತ್ವ ವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಒಬ್ರು ನಾಯಕರು ಬೇಕು. ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ವಹಿಸ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ಯುವ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನನಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಬದ್ಧತೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ನಾಯಕ ಸಿಗೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅಂತ ಕೆಲಸನ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ.
All right, Abhishek joins us live from Bengaluru for us. Abhishek, that's an interesting development, one would say, that and it cannot happen without Siddaramaia's knowledge. You think Siddaramaiah has asked his son to make this suggestion that it's not D.K. Shivkumar who's going to take over from him, it's Satish Jarkioli?
Well, it looks like CM Siddaramaia's closest talks and personal most talks, along with his closest friends in the cabinet, might have been revealed by Yatindra Siddaramaiah, who's also the MLC and the son of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Since when the Congress government started its ruling in the state of Karnataka, it was mentioned that there would be a power sharing after the first 2.5 years, and DCM D.K. Shivkumar will be elevated as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. On the other hand, from the last couple of months, we have clearly seen that various other followers of CM Siddaramaiah are mentioning that various other leaders in the party itself are not happy with DCM D.K. Shivkumar being elected as the Chief Minister, so there will be another successor. Yatindra Siddaramaiah has gone a step ahead and mentioned in an open stage that the ideological aspects and elements of Congress party and CM Siddaramaiah will be vested upon Satish.
Oh, we had to come out of this because there is a big breaking development from the international theater, and which is that Kremlin has announced that President Putin has overseen a drill of Russia's Strategic Nuclear Forces Command. A-YARS, an intercontinental ballistic missile, an ICBM, was fired from the Plesetsk Cosmodrome towards the Kura range in Kamchatka, and two Tupolev 95MS strategic aircrafts carried out launches of air-launched cruise missiles as part of the drill. And from the Barents Sea, the strategic submarine cruiser Bryansk launched a Sineva ballistic missile The drills featured both intercontinental and air-launched cruise missile launches. And the exercise evaluated command and control efficiency across land, air and naval components. What is significant is President Putin himself watched this drill, and that's significant because it involves the nuclear command. So is it just a military exercise being seen by the president, or is there a suggestion? Is there an element of saber-rattling? We'll have to go deeper into this, and if we can get Shravan live. Okay, we'll get the nats, in fact, of the huge military drill carried out, a trash services drill, in fact, including the Space Command, it seems, being carried out by Russia. All right, Shravan Sena, Senior Editor, joins us over the phone on this. Let's try to understand what's happening there. Shravan, Kremlin releasing these pictures and a statement, Yars, ICBM. Why this saber-rattling? Is it some messaging that Russia is doing to Western Europe and ahead of a possible meeting between President Putin and President Trump?
Well, in fact, this is not the first time that we're looking at an intermediate range ballistic missile test that has happened, because remember, just before President Putin met President Trump in Alaska, there was yet another ICBM test that was essentially done by Russia. And remember, the last time the White House had basically red flagged this entire matter because they essentially felt that this was yet another time that Russia has basically indulged in saber-rattling. Now, the fact of the matter is that right from the beginning of the Ukraine war, there have been multiple tests that have essentially done with the messaging that has largely been that there is not going to be any ceasefire, because remember, this test comes just 24 hours after Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had made it very clear that there is no question of any ceasefire to essentially take place, because they believe, at least the Russians believe, that this would be an opportunity for the West to carry out certain strategic gains, if at all there is a ceasefire when it comes to Russia and Ukraine. And look at the series of drills that have been carried out, Abhishek. Not just the Yars intercontinental ballistic missile test that was basically done very close to the Ukraine border. The two 95 MS strategic aircraft carried out launches. Now, these were also part of what we were being seen, larger part of a nuclear drill that has been carried out by the Russians. This comes at a time when there has been a massive outage that has taken place in Ukraine, and there have been massive tactical changes that have essentially taken place in the last few weeks itself. So there is a clear indication that Russia is basically sending across not just to Ukraine, but Ukraine's partners, particularly the Western countries right now. Because if you see the kind of drills that have been done, they've basically featured both intercontinental as well as air-launched cruise missile launches that have essentially taken place, especially when there have been reports essentially suggesting that there has been perhaps the Russians have actually faced some sort of a dearth in the weaponry system itself, where they've taken help from other countries. Here you have the Russian president basically overseeing all these drills that have been carried out in the last 24 hours.
The devil-may-care attitude there by Kremlin and, of course, cocking a snook at the West, despite sanctions, this kind of military capability being showcased by Russia, obviously, for the West. Moving on and back home in a big setback to Mehul Choksi, the fugitive of law. The Antwerp Court of Appeals approved his extradition to India, while the Belgian court has confirmed that the crimes cited by India in the extradition case of the fugitive diamond trader are also recognized as offences under Belgian law. Even as Republic has now access world-exclusive pictures of Choksi's new home at the Arthur Road jail in Mumbai. Take a look.
Mehul Choksi, the fugitive diamond merchant, wanted by Indian agencies since 2018 in the 13,000 crore Punjab National Bank scam. On October 18th, Belgian authorities cleared a major legal roadblock, paving the way for Choksi's extradition to India, the prime accused in India's biggest banking fraud, to face justice soon back home in India.
On October 18, Belgium cleared the legal roadblock in extradition of Indian fugitive Mehul Choksi, the prime accused in 13,000 crore PNB fraud case. Just this Monday, on October 20th, when I reached out to Antwerp Court in a written response to Republic, the Advocate General Ken Witpass confirmed that there is nothing stopping Belgium from extraditing Mehul Choksi to India.
Earlier this year, on April 13th, 2025, Mehul Choksi was arrested in Belgium, acting on non-bailable warrants issued in 2018 and again in 2021. Indian officials had been tracking Choksi's movements for months. Once located, a formal extradition request was placed, one that now has no legal roadblock in Belgium. Choksi's return would mark another major diplomatic and legal victory for India, coming months after successful extradition clearance of 2611 terror-accused mastermind Tahavur Rana from the United States. A billionaire fugitive soon to be brought back, a government chasing justice, and Republic tracking every move. On the other hand, following Mehul Choksi's claims that Indian jail conditions are not good, and to counter such arguments and strengthen its extradition case, the Indian government has provided detailed assurances about Choksi's place of detention, the Arthur Road jail in Mumbai. Republic accessed exclusively those inside pictures of Arthur Road jail, where Choksi will be kept upon being extradited. This is the main gate of the Arthur Road jail. It will be high security zone with police personnel deployed round the clock. Choksi is to be locked in barrack number 12 at the Arthur Road jail. This is an attached toilet equipped with essential amenities for Choksi. The barrack also has a wide corridor leading to Choksi's cell. Barrack number 12 is protected by a high-rise steel structure for added security measure. The jail also has a long walking area outside Mehul Choksi's barrack. Choksi's cell has natural light and proper ventilation. 3 fans, 6 tube lights and 1 television has also been provided in Mehul Choksi's barrack. On the other hand, the Belgium court has ruled that there is no evidence to support Mehul Choksi's claim of being kidnapped in Antigua, suggesting he may have fabricated the story. The court also dismissed Choksi's allegations of political motives behind his extradition case.
हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
The highly anticipated summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin in Budapest has been abruptly put on hold. Is peace slipping away before it even begins?
No, I don't want to have a wasted meeting. I don't want to have a waste of time, so I'll see what happens. But we did all of these great deals, great peace deals. They're all peace deals. They're agreements, solid agreements, every one of them. But this one, and I said, go to the line of battle, the battlefield lines, and
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
Bliss weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये हित तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। राजा और प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Rakshita Mishra. The big story that we Republic TV has been tracking is the extradition of Mehul Choksi. There is no escape now for the fugitive businessman. We will get you more on that. Also, story number 2 is Battleground Bihar. How this so-called friendly fight, as Congress tries to cool the optics down, is now actually coming to the forefront. It's RJD versus the Congress ahead of polls. And story number 3 is the security scare for the President of India in Kerala. There was a scare with the landing of a chopper. We'll get you more on that. Story number 4 is the communal card by the Congress party. Once again, when it comes to cricket, now Shama Mohammed raises questions on Sarfaraz Khan not being selected. Now, Jaish-e-Mohammed has launched an online Jihad course for women, and Pulwama attacks bombers. The wife of the bomber is going to lead the training course. get your inside details on that. And story number 6 is the Trump-Modi call on the occasion of Diwali and much more that in fact ensued. Let's start first with the big story. It's a setback to Mehul Choksi. The Antwerp Court of Appeals approved Choksi's extradition to India, while the Belgian court has confirmed that the crimes cited by India in the extradition case of the fugitive diamond trader are also recognized as offences under the Belgian law. Meanwhile, Republic has accessed world-exclusive pictures of Choksi's new home, that is the Arthur Road jail. It's waiting for Mehul Choksi. Exclusive pictures shared by India to the Belgium court following Choksi's claims that Indian jail conditions are not good. So no excuses, no escape for Mehul Choksi this time, viewers.
Mehul Choksi, the fugitive diamond merchant, wanted by Indian agencies since 2018 in the 13,000 crore Punjab National Bank scam. On October 18th, Belgian authorities cleared a major legal roadblock, paving the way for Choksi's extradition to India, the prime accused in India's biggest banking fraud, to face justice soon back home in India.
On October 18, Belgium cleared the legal roadblock in extradition of Indian fugitive Mehul Choksi, the prime accused in 13,000 crore PNB fraud case. Just this Monday, on October 20th, when I reached out to Antwerp Court in a written response to Republic, the Advocate General Ken Witpass confirmed that there is nothing stopping Belgium from extraditing Mehul Choksi to India.
Earlier this year, on April 13th, 2025, Mehul Choksi was arrested in Belgium, acting on non-bailable warrants issued in 2018 and again in 2021. Indian officials had been tracking Choksi's movements for months. Once located, a formal extradition request was placed, one that now has no legal roadblock in Belgium. Choksi's return would mark another major diplomatic and legal victory for India, coming months after successful extradition clearance of 2611 terror-accused mastermind Tahawur Rana from the United States. A billionaire fugitive soon to be brought back, a government chasing justice, and Republic tracking every move. On the other hand, following Mehul Choksi's claims that Indian jail conditions are not good, and to counter such arguments and strengthen its extradition case, the Indian government has provided detailed assurances about Choksi's place of detention, the Arthur Road jail in Mumbai. Republic accessed exclusively those inside pictures of Arthur Road jail, where Choksi will be kept upon being extradited. This is the main gate of the Arthur Road jail. It will be high security zone with police personnel deployed round the clock. Choksi is to be locked in barrack number 12 at the Arthur Road jail. This is an attached toilet equipped with essential amenities for Choksi. The barrack also has a wide corridor leading to Choksi's cell. Barrack number 12 is protected by a high-rise steel structure for added security measure. The jail also has a long walking area outside Mehul Choksi's barrack. Choksi's cell has natural light and proper ventilation. 3 fans, 6 tube lights and 1 television has also been provided in Mehul Choksi's barrack. On the other hand, the Belgium court has ruled that there is no evidence to support Mehul Choksi's claim of being kidnapped in Antigua, suggesting he may have fabricated the story. The court also dismissed Choksi's allegations of political motives behind his extradition case.
And viewers, there are fresh tensions surfacing in Bihar's Mahagathbandhan, the India alliance. Seat-sharing disputes have forced Congress to rush Ashok Gehlot to Patna as cracks in the opposition alliance become increasingly visible. Here's a full report on that.
The seat-sharing rift within Bihar's Mahagathbandhan has deepened further. At least 12 constituencies are now seeing overlapping nominations between the RJD and Congress, both allies in Bihar. However, the man leading the coalition in the state, Tejasvi Yadav, has denied any such frictions within the Mahagathbandhan.
कोई विवाद नहीं है, कल बात करेंगे, कल आप लोगों को सबका जवाब मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। कोई विवाद नहीं है, कल बात करेंगे, कल आप लोगों को सबका जवाब मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
The Congress is firefighting the Bihar seat sharing crisis, rushing Ashok Gehlot to Patna. Congress is downplaying the rift, saying there are friendly fights in some constituencies in Bihar.
ऐसा माहौल बना दिया पूरे प्रदेश में, महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं। कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे और सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे, ये माहौल बना।
And then there are some, like independent MP Pappu Yadav from Purnia, who has also voiced strong support for Congress. He claims that the Bihar polls will be fought under Rahul Gandhi's leadership.
मैं मुख्यमंत्री के व्यक्तित्व पर, चेहरे पर कोई बात नहीं करूंगा। बिहार की जनता एक तरफ नरेंद्र मोदी के चेहरे पर, विनाश के चेहरे पर, नफरत के चेहरे पर लड़ रही है। नीतीश कुमार को तो मुख्यमंत्री बनाए ना, तो उनका तो चेहरा है नहीं। और दूसरी तरफ बिहार की जनता राहुल गांधी के चेहरे पर चुनाव लड़ना चाहती है। बहुत क्लियर हूं मैं इस मामले में। राहुल गांधी के चेहरे पर चुनाव लड़ेंगे तो हम इंडिया गठबंधन की सरकार बना पाएंगे।
The growing tussle amidst the Mahagठबंधन allegedly could help the NDA.
राहुल जी जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की, सब SIR को लेकर लोगों को भ्रमित करने का कार्य किया, सब किया, वेयर इज ही, है कहाँ वो? कंप्लीटली वैनिश्ड। इतना यहाँ पे गठबंधन में बवाल चल रहा है, क्या ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी दो बड़े घटक दलों की नहीं थी? क्या ये राहुल जी और नेता प्रतिपक्ष बिहार में तेजस्वी, इन दोनों की ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी नहीं थी कि दोनों एक साथ बैठें और गठबंधन में जितने भी बॉटलनेक्स हैं उसको क्लियर किया जाए, इन सारे जितनी भी उलझने हैं उनको सुलझाने का प्रयास किया जाए? ये तो गंभीरता का अभाव दिखाता है। ये तो शरीर से दिखाता है कि शायद कांग्रेस सीरियस ही नहीं है बिहार के चुनाव को लड़ने को लेकर।
Any split in opposition votes, especially in triangular contests, could swing key seats in the NDA's favor.
Now, a helicopter carrying President Draupadi Murmu faced an unexpected incident when a portion of the helipad at the Pramadam Stadium in Kerala sank in after landing on Wednesday during her official 4-day visit to the state, where she was scheduled to offer prayers at the Sabarimala temple. It was a newly made helipad, viewers, but the aircraft, the chopper, sank in, which came across as a scare, a security scare. Thankfully, she had exited in time so as to, so as to avoid any danger. All right, viewers, so we'll try and get you more details on that story. The chopper sunk in, and it was a scare for President Draupadi Murmu, of course, raising many questions on the construction of that helipad. It was a newly made helipad. All right, shifting focus now, viewers. The Congress has targeted Indian cricket team once again. The controversy this time is over a tweet against head coach of Team India, Gautam Gambhir, as she claimed that Sarfaraz Khan, a young talented cricketer, was not picked only because his name is Khan. His mom. So, viewers, Shama Mohammed is the same Congress leader who has been in the news for targeting Rohit Sharma for his weight, for fat shaming, body shaming him, calling him overweight. And now Shama Mohammed again tries to join the debate surrounding non-selection, why he was not picked up for Team India A team, saying that because his surname is Khan. And there has been a massive backlash also. Here's a report.
Sarfaraz Khan, the young, talented cricketer from Mumbai, has been in news for not being selected in Indian cricket team, and now the Congress party has jumped into debate, giving it a religious angle. And it's once again Congress spokesperson Shama Mohammed grabbing the headlines with her comments on cricketers. This time, she has taken Indian cricket team's head coach Gautam Gambhir. In a post on X, Shama accused Gambhir of Sarfaraz Khan being ignored for selection due to his surname, didn't make it to selection in the Indian cricket team for the 2-test series against West Indies at home. Netizens did not take well to her remark as a flurry of enraged comments flooded in as replies to her controversial tweet. Just like her remarks on Rohit Sharma, where she called him overweight, she was asked to take down her tweet.
At least apologize. Miss Mohammed, you can't be completely silent after making such a brazen statement on the Indian cricket team captain. Now you are. But you stay by your statement. You have deleted your tweet, but you stay by your statement. Will you apologize? Miss Mohammed, will you apologize? Don't you think you should apologize? JP is hitting out at you on entire social media. People are criticizing. They are the fans.
Soon after, as the Congress party received unending flack on the matter. The BJP has hit back at Congress for playing divisive politics.
Now, Pakistan's new terror tactics unfolding online, digitally. We showed you how first the terror outfits were looking for collecting funds via online routes. Now they're also recruiting online. And this time it's a women recruitment drive after Lashkar's Jaish-e-Mohammed. It's a new terror module that's going to be headed by the women. And the move marking a shift in Pakistan's strategy, using digital platforms to disguise the terror networks. Here's the full story.
Pakistan's new terror tactic, Jaish-e-Mohammed has launched an online course under the guise of religious teachings. The course titled Tufat al-Munimat is being projected as a faith-based learning program, but behind it lies a strategic plan to expand Jaish's women's wing, Jamaat-ul-Muminat. The online module is an attempt to indoctrinate women and recruit them into Jaish ranks. Recruitment is set to begin on November 8th, with Jaish terrorist Masood Azhar's sister Sadia and Samaira Azhar fronting the program. Under the pretext of a donation, participants are asked to pay 500 Pakistani rupees and fill out detailed personal information forms. This is just a clear shift in Pakistan's terror module, from guns and camps to keyboards and chat rooms, using digital cover-ups to revive terror networks. As Pakistan tries to disguise its new terror brigade, the world is once again reminded that the epicenter of terror is now masking its agenda behind a digital veil.
And now, US President Donald Trump participated in Diwali celebrations at the White House and extended his warm greetings to the people of India, the Indian Prime Minister, Indian Americans on the occasion. And just before the ceremony, Trump said that he spoke with the Prime Minister Modi, focusing primarily on trade issues. Take a look at this report.
US President Donald Trump lit lamps at the White House to mark the festival of Diwali, celebrating the occasion with Indian American members of his administration. During initial remarks, the US President praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling him a great person and a great friend, while highlighting US-India ties in trade and regional peace. Trump said that he dialed Prime Minister Narendra Modi on occasion of Diwali. The duo also spoke primarily on trade issues. Trump went on to extend his warm greetings to the people of India on the Diwali occasion. Highlighting the symbolic importance of the festival, Trump said lighting the diya is a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. He further remarked that the diya's flame reminds everyone to seek the path of wisdom and to work with diligence and to always give thanks for many blessings.
In a few moments, we'll light the Diya as a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. It's a beautiful term, light over darkness. That's what it's all about. It's knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. During Diwali, revelers recall ancient stories of enemies defeated, obstacles removed, and captives freed. The glow of the Diya flame reminds us to seek the path of wisdom and to work with diligence and to always give thanks for our many blessings.
Following his initial remarks, Trump lit up the diyas to celebrate the festival at the White House. In response, Prime Minister Narendra Modi wrote on X thanking Donald Trump for his phone call and the Diwali greetings.
And meanwhile, viewers, the big update coming in today is from the return of Muiva, the NSCN Supremo Muiva, 91-year-old Naga leader and the chief negotiator in peace talks with the centre. He arrived in his home district, Ukhrul, today to visit his native village, Somdal, after more than 50 years. And thousands of men, women turned up in traditional attire to welcome him. His visit coming in amid the ongoing ethnic tensions in Manipur. Also, there were many people who, of course, thronged Ukhrul to welcome Muiva, and that, of course, he is one of the rebel leaders who, in fact, is a key for the talks now. He is the face of the Naga peace process. So, these are the visuals that have come in from Manipur today. You can see he returned today for his visit to his native village after 50 long years, after 5 decades. And that was his return. The NSCN IM leader, the General Secretary of NSCN, and he left his village in 1964 to join the Naga National Council that had, in fact, was part of the struggle. All right, we'll keep a close eye on those on the developments from Northeast. But in the meantime, that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Story at 6. We'll be right back with breaking news at 6:30.
Season of freebies in battle for Bihar. From BJP to RJD, decoding the splurge. Can Bihar afford the mega promises made? Debating tonight at 9 p.m. Congress politicizes Indian cricket team. Muslim politics over cricket by Congress. Congress goes completely communal on cricket. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये हित तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरी राजा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये हित तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरी राजा।
Bliss weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talk about trade, we talk about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk a little while ago about let's have no wars with Pakistan. And I think the fact that trade was involved, I was able to talk about that. And we have no war with Pakistan and India. That was a very, very good thing. But he's a great person. And he's become a great friend of mine over the years. In a few moments, we'll light the Diya as a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. It's a beautiful term, light over darkness. That's what it's all about. It's knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. During Diwali, revelers recall ancient stories of enemies defeated, obstacles removed, and captives freed. The glow of the Diya flame reminds us to seek the path of wisdom and to work with diligence and to always give thanks for our many blessings, and we do have many blessings.
Pakistan refuses to hand over stolen Asia Cup. Pakistan, detached from reality, clings to Asia Cup. Trophy chores hide India's Asia Cup in Dubai, debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. Season of freebies in battle for Bihar. From BJP to RJD, decoding the splurge. Can Bihar afford the mega promises made? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
Bliss. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan.
Sahil Shamshad Mirza, chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, has just praised India for its rise as a global superpower.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find a peaceful and a negotiated solutions to all disputes, including Kashmir. Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. But it requires a willingness
on the Indian side as well. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan. We shall always welcome such initiatives by any state, international body, or a multilateral organization. In nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, India is an important country of global south and an aspirant of a major stake in the world order.
India is perhaps the only country that has stood toe-to-toe against Trump's tariff bullying without actually going to war with the US.
Congress politicizes Indian cricket team. Muslim politics over cricket by Congress. Congress goes completely communal on cricket, debating tonight at 8 p.m. Season of freebies in battle for Bihar. From BJP to RJD, decoding the splurge. Can Bihar afford the mega promises made? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Mehul Choksi extradition almost final. Big exclusive on Republic as the court in Belgium confirms that his extradition has been cleared. Republic accesses exclusive picture shared by India with the Belgium court to show how prepared we are in Mumbai at the Arthur Road Jail, barrack number 12, waiting for Choksi's ghar wapsi.
जितनी जीविका सीएम दीदियां हैं यानी कम्युनिटी मोबिलाइजर्स हैं, उन सभी सीएम दीदियों को स्थायी कर उन्हें सरकारी कर्मचारी का दर्जा देकर उनके वेतन को 30,000 प्रति माह हम लोग करेंगे.
RJD announces multiple stops ahead of Bihar Assembly elections as it competes with BJP for SOPs and freebies.
पूरे प्रदेश में महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं, कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे, सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे. ये माहौल बना.
Congress in firefighting mode with the RJD to tackle the crisis. Senior leader Gehlot rushed to Patna. He calls it a friendly fight in almost 12 constituencies. Congress targets Indian cricket coach Gautam Gambhir. Claims religious bias, questions why Sarfaraz Khan has been left out of tournaments due to his last name, they say. Russia carries out intercontinental ballistic missile test, releases video. And ladies and gentlemen, this morning we had a minor incident when the President of India, President Draupadi Murmu's chopper landed in Pathanamthitta in Kerala. Now, one of the videos showed that the police and staff were trying physically to move the chopper as it was stuck on the tarmac. A portion of the tarmac caved in. Now, there is a fight in Kerala between the Congress and the left. The Congress claims the left government didn't follow the protocol. The Congress claims the left government in Kerala didn't take care of the infrastructure. The Congress claims that there were poor arrangements made by the left government run by Pinarayi Vijayan ahead of the president's arrival. The president was at Shabarimala, but here's what the Congress is alleging on that incident.
ഞാൻ പോലും വളരെ ആശങ്കപ്പെട്ടു. കാരണം ആദ്യത്തെ ഹെലികോപ്റ്റർ വന്നിറങ്ങി, ഒരു തെരുവുനായ ഓടി ഗ്രൗണ്ടിലേക്ക് കയറി, അത് ഹെലികോപ്റ്ററിൻ്റെ അടുത്തേക്ക് ഓടുന്നു. അപ്പം അടുത്ത ഹെലികോപ്റ്റർ വരുന്നത് പ്രസിഡൻറ്റിൻ്റെയാണ്. ഈ തെരുവുനായ അത് ഏത് തരത്തിലുള്ള തെരുവുനായയാണെന്ന് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും പറയാൻ കഴിയുമോ? എന്തായാലും രണ്ടാമത്തെ ഹെലികോപ്റ്റർ വരുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് ആ തെരുവുനായെ മൈതാനത്ത് നിന്ന് പോലീസുകാർ ചേർന്ന് ഓടിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്. ഞാൻ പോലും വളരെ ആശങ്കപ്പെട്ടു. കാരണം ആദ്യത്തെ ഹെലികോപ്റ്റർ വന്നിറങ്ങി, ഒരു തെരുവുനായ ഓടി ഗ്രൗണ്ടിലേക്ക് കയറി, അത് ഹെലികോപ്റ്ററിൻ്റെ അടുത്തേക്ക് ഓടുന്നു. അപ്പം അടുത്ത ഹെലികോപ്റ്റർ വരുന്നത് പ്രസിഡൻറ്റിൻ്റെയാണ്. ഈ തെരുവുനായ അത് ഏത് തരത്തിലുള്ള തെരുവുനായയാണെന്ന് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും പറയാൻ കഴിയുമോ? എന്തായാലും രണ്ടാമത്തെ ഹെലികോപ്റ്റർ വരുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് ആ തെരുവുനായെ മൈതാനത്ത് നിന്ന് പോലീസുകാർ ചേർന്ന് ഓടിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്.
Okay. We're getting in another picture from Afghanistan now. There have been back-to-back developments in Afghanistan. India has restored the full embassy. We had a technical mission running out of Kabul, which has now been restored to a full embassy status. And after the Afghanistan Foreign Minister Muttaqi met Indian counterpart S. Jaishankar, he was in India, he met different leaders in India. There has been a reach out to the Afghanistan government, even from America. A former US Special Representative for Afghanistan, Dr. Zalmay Khalilzad, has met with the Foreign Minister of Afghanistan, Amir Khan Muttaqi, in Kabul. Now, the informal meeting that took place today focused on exploring ways to enhance bilateral relations between Afghanistan and the United States. And the reason why this is significant, ladies and gentlemen, is because Muttaqi was in India and these talks have followed his visit to India. And secondly, the US president has been asking for the Bagram Air Base. He said in different statements that US wants the Bagram Air Base back. And Afghanistan, of course, has been saying that there is no way that America can do that through force or militarily, adding that if they want to do so, they may have to engage with the Afghanistan government first. So in that sense, this meeting in Kabul becomes extremely critical. A story broken by Republic TV this morning, ladies and gentlemen. As we wrote to the court in Belgium, which responded, the Attorney General of Antwerp Court responded to Republic in an email confirming that Mehul Choksi, fugitive, will be extradited. The Antwerp Court of Appeals has approved Choksi's extradition to India, while the Belgian court confirming that the crimes that have been cited by India in the extradition case of the fugitive diamond trader are also recognized as offences under Belgian law. Republic has accessed also the pictures of Choksi's new home, his new address perhaps at the Arthur Road jail. These pictures were shared by India with the Belgium court following Choksi's claims that Indian jail conditions are not good. We countered it like this.
Mehul Choksi, the fugitive diamond merchant, wanted by Indian agencies since 2018 in the 13,000 crore Punjab National Bank scam. On October 18th, Belgian authorities cleared a major legal roadblock, paving the way for Choksi's extradition to India, the prime accused in India's biggest banking fraud, to face justice soon back home in India.
On October 18, Belgium cleared the legal roadblock in extradition of Indian fugitive Mehul Choksi, the prime accused in 13,000 crore PNB fraud case. Just this Monday, on October 20th, when I reached out to Antwerp Court in a written response to Republic, the Advocate General Ken Witpass confirmed that there is nothing stopping Belgium from extraditing Mehul Choksi to India.
Earlier this year, on April 13th, 2025, Mehul Choksi was arrested in Belgium, acting on non-bailable warrants issued in 2018 and again in 2021. Indian officials had been tracking Choksi's movements for months. Once located, a formal extradition request was placed, one that now has no legal roadblock in Belgium. Choksi's return would mark another major diplomatic and legal victory for India, coming months after successful extradition clearance of 2611 terror-accused mastermind Tahavur Rana from the United States. A billionaire fugitive soon to be brought back, a government chasing justice, and Republic tracking every move. On the other hand, Following Mehul Choksi's claims that Indian jail conditions are not good, and to counter such arguments and strengthen its extradition case, the Indian government has provided detailed assurances about Choksi's place of detention, the Arthur Road Jail in Mumbai. Republic accessed exclusively those inside pictures of Arthur Road Jail, where Choksi will be kept upon being extradited. This is the main gate of the Arthur Road Jail. It will be high security zone with police personnel deployed round the clock. Choksi is to be locked in barrack number 12 at the Arthur Road Jail. This is an attached toilet equipped with essential amenities for Choksi. The barrack also has a wide corridor leading to Choksi's cell. Barrack number 12 is protected by a high-rise steel structure for added security measure. The jail also has a long walking area outside Mehul Choksi's barrack. Choksi's cell has natural light and proper ventilation. 3 fans, 6 tube lights and 1 television has also been provided in Mehul Choksi's barrack. On the other hand, the Belgium court has ruled that there is no evidence to support Mehul Choksi's claim of being kidnapped in Antigua, suggesting he may have fabricated the story. The court also dismissed Choksi's allegations of political motives behind his extradition case.
In Karnataka, ladies and gentlemen, there is a huge controversy with the Chief Minister's son pitching another leader who is seen as very close, another minister who is seen as very close to the Chief Minister. His name is Satish Jarkiholi. And as speculation grows in Karnataka over who could be the next Chief Minister, you have the Chief Minister's own son come out and say that Satish Jarkiholi, the senior leader in the Congress party, will be the successor of Siddaramaiah. He says it not once but twice in 24 hours. He has said it again this evening. It's a surprising statement. The Chief Minister's own son coming out and batting for another leader. Listen in.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದೆ. ತಂದೆಯವರು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸೈದ್ಧಾಂತಿಕ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲವೇ ಅರ್ಹರಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವೇ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಪಕ್ಷ ವಹಿಸಿದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದೆ. ತಂದೆಯವರು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸೈದ್ಧಾಂತಿಕ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲವೇ ಅರ್ಹರಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವೇ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಪಕ್ಷ ವಹಿಸಿದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದೆ. ತಂದೆಯವರು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸೈದ್ಧಾಂತಿಕ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲವೇ ಅರ್ಹರಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವೇ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಪಕ್ಷ ವಹಿಸಿದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದೆ. ತಂದೆಯವರು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸೈದ್ಧಾಂತಿಕ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲವೇ ಅರ್ಹರಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವೇ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಪಕ್ಷ ವಹಿಸಿದರೆ.
There's also a soundbite coming in from the Deputy Chief Minister, who has said that there is no need for people to comment on him. Of course, the comment was not on him, but he's responding to it anyway. Before we play that out, Abhishek, a lot of suspense over who could be the next Chief Minister or whether there will be a change at all. How are politicians in Karnataka looking at these statements?
Well, Niranjan, this might be the start of November revolution, which the Congress MLAs and ministers claimed in the beginning of the formation of Congress government. It was unsure who will be the next CM, but Yatindra, who's the son of CM, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, has given out a name, Satish Jarkiholi, mentioning that the political agenda and the ideology of CM Siddaramaiah, along with the party, very few of the leaders can take this forward, and Satish Jarkiholi is one such prominent person who can take this forward. Indirectly claiming that DCM DK Shivkumar might not be elevated as the next Chief Minister of Karnataka in the next couple of months, if at all there is a power sharing going to be happening anytime soon. On the other hand, Yatindra Siddaramaiah didn't blabber by mistake. It was very sure of his statement. He had made his mind that he addresses the audience, and he also, when questioned by the media persons, claimed once again that Satish Jarkiholi will be an efficient leader, will be able to fulfill the place of Siddaramaiah will be the next chief minister in the couple of days, indirectly mentioning that the power sharing, which is supposed to be happening in the month of November, as per the claims of various other MLAs in the party Congress, will be happening in the month of November, and Satish Jarkiholi might be taking the step. On the other hand, we've also seen DCM DK Shivkumar mentioning that there is no need of questioning or repeating the same statement again and again. Siddaramaiah and I have decided to go and abide by the rules of AICC, and we are sure to do so. Whatever the High Command says, we will be following the same directions, is what DCM DK Shivkumar has mentioned. This is truly a revolution within the party, because people were expecting that DCM DK Shivkumar might be elevated as the next chief minister of Karnataka after the month of November. But Yatindra's statement has surely made sure the calculations of various other MLAs in the party Congress have been upside down as of now. Niranjan.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. There's also a comment coming in from the Deputy Chief Minister. Here's what DK Shivakumar said. There's a soundbite with the translation. Take a listen.
ನನಗೇನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಯಾರು ಚರ್ಚೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು
ನವೆಂಬರ್ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಅಂತ
ಗೊತ್ತದ ಕೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೇನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಯಾರು ಚರ್ಚೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು
ನವೆಂಬರ್ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಅಂತ
Well, all's not well in Bihar, especially in the Mahagathbandhan. Even the NDA has its own share of issues. But in the Mahagathbandhan, there have been tensions and there are friendly fights. They're calling it friendly fights, but they can't really be friendly fights, because even these friendly fights will end up giving BJP the clear edge, NDA the clear edge. Now, in Bihar, seat-sharing disputes forced Congress to rush Ashok Gehlot, a former chief minister, very senior leader of the Congress party. He rushed to Patna as cracks became increasingly visible. Here's a full detailed report on that visit and more.
The seat-sharing rift within Bihar's Mahagathbandhan has deepened further. At least 12 constituencies are now seeing overlapping nominations between the RJD and Congress, both allies in Bihar. However, the man leading the coalition in the state, Tejasvi Yadav, has denied any such frictions within the Mahagathbandhan.
कोई विवाद नहीं है, कल बात करेंगे, कल आप लोगों को सबका जवाब मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। कोई विवाद नहीं है, कल बात करेंगे, कल आप लोगों को सबका जवाब मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
The Congress is firefighting the Bihar seat-sharing crisis, rushing Ashok Gehlot to Patna. Congress is downplaying the rift, saying there are friendly fights in some constituencies in Bihar.
ऐसा माहौल बना दिया पूरे प्रदेश में, महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं। कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे और सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे। ये माहौल बना।
And then there are some, like independent MP Pappu Yadav from Purnia, who has also voiced strong support for Congress. He claims that the Bihar polls will be fought under Rahul Gandhi's leadership.
मैं मुख्यमंत्री के व्यक्तित्व पर, चेहरे पर कोई बात नहीं करूंगा। बिहार की जनता एक तरफ नरेंद्र मोदी के चेहरे पर, विनाश के चेहरे पर, नफरत के चेहरे पर लड़ रही है। नीतीश कुमार को तो मुख्यमंत्री बनाए ना, तो उनका तो चेहरा है नहीं। और दूसरी तरफ बिहार की जनता राहुल गांधी के चेहरे पर चुनाव लड़ना चाहती है। बहुत क्लियर हूं मैं इस मामले में। राहुल गांधी के चेहरे पर चुनाव लड़ेंगे तो हम इंडिया गठबंधन की सरकार बना पाएंगे।
The growing tussle amidst the Mahagathbandhan allegedly could help the NDA.
राहुल जी जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की, सब SIR को लेकर लोगों को भ्रमित करने का कार्य किया, सब किया, वेयर इज ही, है कहाँ वो? कंप्लीटली वैनिश्ड। इतना यहाँ पे गठबंधन में बवाल चल रहा है, क्या ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी दो बड़े घटक दलों की नहीं थी? क्या ये राहुल जी और नेता प्रतिपक्ष बिहार में तेजस्वी, इन दोनों की ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी नहीं थी कि दोनों एक साथ बैठें और गठबंधन में जितने भी बॉटलनेक्स हैं उसको क्लियर किया जाए, इन सारे जितनी भी उलझने हैं उनको सुलझाने का प्रयास किया जाए? ये तो गंभीरता का अभाव दिखाता है, ये तो शरीर से दिखाता है कि शायद कांग्रेस सीरियस ही नहीं है बिहार के चुनाव को लड़ने को लेकर।
Any split in opposition votes, especially in triangular contests, could swing key seats in the NDA's favor.
Former election strategist Jansurat chief Prashant Kishore made a few serious allegations yesterday. New entrant in the 2025 Bihar Assembly election spoke once again to Republic TV on his allegations. Yesterday, he claimed that his leaders were being poached by the BJP. Here's his response when he said there's more to it.
आज जो आपने आरोप लगाए, बहुत गंभीर आरोप आपको नहीं लगता लगा दिए?
नहीं, गंभीर क्या है? बिहार में पहले हम लोग ये सुनते थे कि बूथ लूटा जाता है, वोटरों को बूथ पर लालू जी के राज में नहीं जाने दिया जाता था। तब TN सेशन का जमाना आया और वोटरों को ये आजादी मिली कि वो जाकर वोट दे पाए, तो जो लालू जी का जिन्न निकलता था वो सब बंद हो गया, लालू जी चुनाव हार गए। तो जिस बिहार ने पहले यहाँ बूथ लूटते हुए देखा है, पहली बार हम लोग उम्मीदवारों को लूटते हुए देख रहे हैं। जो लोग जन स्वराज के आधिकारिक उम्मीदवार हैं, जिन्होंने नामांकन कर दिया, उनके घरों पर भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री जाकर बैठे हुए, जो धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जो यहाँ के इंचार्ज हैं, और
द्वार के घर पर शिक्षा मंत्री बैठे हैं।
ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ, ये देखिए उन्होंने चित्र जारी किया है। ये हैं डॉक्टर सत्यप्रकाश तिवारी, जो ब्रह्मपुर से जन स्वराज के उम्मीदवार थे, अब थे, क्योंकि नामांकन करने के बाद 3 दिन प्रचार प्रसार करने के बाद ये भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री इनके यहाँ गए, रात भर बैठे, इनको डराया, समझाया, जो भी किया हो मैं नहीं जानता हूँ। अगले दिन डॉक्टर साहब अपना मोबाइल स्विच ऑफ करके चुपके से जाकर अपना नामांकन वापस ले लिया। तो मेरा सीधा सवाल यह है कि धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी जो भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री हैं, आप जन स्वराज के उम्मीदवार के घर रात में क्यों गए थे? और अगर आप गए थे तो उसके बाद अगले दिन उसने नामांकन अपना वापस क्यों ले लिया? दूसरी घटना देख लीजिए कि आप कह रहे हैं कि भाई जन स्वराज की कोई ताकत नहीं है, जन स्वराज तो अभी कल का आया हुआ दल है। ठीक बात है, हम लोग तो 1 साल पुराने दल है, भाजपा तो इतना बड़ा दल है। दानापुर में जो एक बाहुबली चुनाव लड़ते हैं राजद से रीतलाल यादव, और भाजपा वहां सिर्फ भाजपा सिर्फ वहां वोट इस नाम पर मांगती है कि भाई हमारे उम्मीदवार को वोट दो वरना रीतलाल यादव आ जाएगा। इतना उस आदमी का खौफ है। इस बार वहां जन स्वराज का एक आदमी खड़ा हो रहा था जिसका नाम मुटुरसा है बोलचाल की भाषा में। अब चुनाव के दिन वो आदमी, जिस दिन नामांकन का अंतिम दिन था, वो आदमी गायब हो गया। लोगों ने ये कहा कि लगता है रीतलाल यादव ने उसको उठा लिया। और अगले दिन जो प्रेस में पिक्चर आई है,
पहले खबर ये चली कि वो गायब हो गए हैं, नहीं मिल रहे,
तो लोगों का ऐसा लगा कि भाई रीतलाल यादव बहुत बड़े बाहुबली नेता है, उन्होंने उठा लिया होगा।
यही खबर चली, लेकिन कोई
FIR दर्ज नहीं हुआ। हम लोग ये देखना था भाई कहाँ गए आदमी। तो ये सज्जन देखिए गृह मंत्री के साथ उस दिन
कौन से हैं इसमें से?
ये गृह मंत्री देखिए अमित शाह जी हैं, ये बगल में मुटुरसा, ये देखिए ये मुटुरसा इनके बगल में, देखिए भैया, ये है अमित शाह जी, ये है मुटुरसा, और ये है भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री धर्मेंद्र प्रधान। जिस उम्मीदवार को उस दिन नामांकन देना है, उस दिन वो भारत के गृह मंत्री के साथ बैठे हुए हैं। अब आप बताइए कि अगर ये उम्मीदवारों का लूट नहीं है, अगर ये आचार संहिता का उल्लंघन नहीं है, तो आचार संहिता का उल्लंघन क्या कहा जाता है? अगर आप किसी एक वोटर को वोट देने से रोक दें, प्रलोभन देकर या भय से, तो वो आचार संहिता का उल्लंघन माना जा रहा है। यहां पर 1 नहीं 2 नहीं 3 उम्मीदवारों के साथ भाजपा के लोग जाकर उनके घर बैठ रहे हैं और उनको चुनाव लड़ने से रोक रहे हैं। ये बताया जा रहा है, बताने की कोशिश किया जा रहा है कि अरे भाई ये लोग भाग गए। अरे मेरे भाई, अगर वो भाग गए होते तो आप उनके घर क्यों गए थे? आप फोन कर देते, वो आपके यहां आ जाते। शिक्षा मंत्री का एक छोटे से कंस्टिट्यूएंसी ब्रह्मपुर के जन स्वराज के उम्मीदवार के घर पर बैठना और बैठकर उसका नामांकन वापस कराना, ये क्या दिखाता है? ये क्या दिखाता है? आप बता दीजिए। हमने आज जनता के सामने रखा, हमने कोई आरोप नहीं लगाया है, हम सिर्फ ये कह रहे हैं कि भैया अगर पहले लालू जी पर बूथ लूटने का आरोप था तो आप अब नया देश में परिपाटी शुरू कर रहे हैं उम्मीदवार लूटने का। और ये गलती भाजपा ने सूरत में की थी लोकसभा चुनाव के दौरान, जहां पर निर्विरोध बिना लड़े हुए एक सज्जन एमपी बना दिए गए। उसका परिणाम भाजपा को भारी भुगतना पड़ा। मेरा आपको अनुमान है, जो मैं बता रहा हूं, कि जो इन्होंने किया है जनसुराज के साथ, जो ये कर रहे हैं जनसुराज के उम्मीदवारों के साथ, इसका बहुत बड़ा फायदा जनसुराज के उन 240 उम्मीदवारों को मिलने वाला है जो चुनाव के मैदान में हैं, डटे हुए हैं, वो पीछे हटने वाले नहीं हैं। क्योंकि बिहार की जनता देख रही है कि बिहार के में सुधार के प्रयास को सबसे बड़ा रोकने का प्रयास जो हो रहा है वो गुजरात के नेताओं के द्वारा, अमित शाह के द्वारा हो रहा है, धर्मेंद्र प्रधान के द्वारा हो रहा है।
Pakistan refuses to hand over stolen Asia Cup. Pakistan, detached from reality, clings to Asia Cup. Trophy chores hide India's Asia Cup in Dubai. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
The highly anticipated summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin in Budapest has been abruptly put on hold. Is peace slipping away before it even begins?
No, I don't want to have a wasted meeting. I don't want to have a waste of time, so I'll see what happens. But we did all of these great deals, great peace deals. They're all peace deals. They're agreements, solid agreements, every one of them. But this one, and I said, go to the line of battle, the battlefield lines, and you pull back and you go home, and everybody take some time off, because you got two countries that are killing each other. Two countries.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
Bliss. It dances on your skin like first rain. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला। भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
India Zona.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, राजा और प्योर मसाला।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talk about trade, we talk about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk a little while ago about let's have no wars with Pakistan. And I think the fact that trade was involved, I was able to talk about that. And we have no war with Pakistan and India. That was a very, very good thing. But he's a great person, and he's become a great friend of mine over the years. In a few moments, we'll light the diya as a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. It's a beautiful term, light over darkness. That's what it's all about. It's knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. During Diwali, revelers recall ancient stories of enemies defeated, obstacles removed, and captives freed. The glow of the diya flame reminds us to seek the path of wisdom and to work with diligence and to always give thanks for our many blessings, and we do have many blessings. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you.
Mr. President, the meeting with Vladimir Putin is canceled or put on hold. Do you know what happened there, and does that affect?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and welcome. You're watching the Wednesday edition of This is Exclusive with me, Shavin Said. Tonight on This is Exclusive, we expose Pakistan's terror brigade. It's a women's brigade that has been started by Masood Azhar. We're going to put out the evidence of what's really happened and how Pakistan is basically trying to hoodwink the FATF. All this and much more in this edition of This is Exclusive. But up first, let me take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Republic exclusive coming in from Belgium. Choksi's extradition now final. Very little options available before economic fugitive. First, an exclusive pictures of Arthur Road jail barrack number 12 shared by India to Belgium authorities.
जितनी जीविका सीएम दीदियां हैं यानी कम्युनिटी मोबिलाइजर्स हैं, उन सभी सीएम दीदियों को स्थायी कर उन्हें सरकारी कर्मचारी का दर्जा देकर उनके वेतन को 30,000 प्रति माह हम लोग करेंगे।
RJD announces multiple freebies ahead of Bihar Assembly election, says announcement on seat share in Mahagathbandhan soon.
पूरे प्रदेश में महागठबंधन में झगड़े हो गए हैं, कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, सब मिलके ही कैंपेन करेंगे और सब मिलके ही काम करेंगे और जीत के आएंगे, ये माहौल बना।
Congress party infighting continues. There's a firefighting mode that's on with RJD for tackling the crisis. Senior leader earlier called the rift friendly fight. Well, before I get you the breaking news with regards to the big story that we've lined up for you, this is exclusive breaking news now coming in with regards to an mid-air scare that has taken place. This is pertaining to an Indigo flight between Kolkata and Varanasi, where there's been a mid-air scare. In fact, an emergency landing has taken place. Indigo flight 6E 6961 from Kolkata to Srinagar made an emergency landing. This is at the Lal Bahadur Shastri International Airport in Varanasi due to a fuel leak. We're being told that all 166 passengers and crew were safely evacuated. Airport authorities are investigating the incident. The situation is under control and normal operations have resumed. I'm just repeating what we know so far. This emergency landing took place a while ago. We'll try and connect with the Varanasi police also to get you the latest details, but this is what we know so far. My colleague Harsha is going to join us on this broadcast, and this is what we know so far. This is the Indigo flight 6E 6961 from Kolkata to Srinagar that has made an emergency landing at Lal Bahadur Shastri International Airport in Varanasi. Now, this is due to a fuel leak. We've been given to understand 166 passengers and crew members have been safely evacuated. Airport authorities are already carrying out the investigation, is what we are being told. The situation appears to be under control and normal operations have resumed, is what we're being told. What we do not know is that whether at all this flight, which was scheduled to leave for Srinagar, has already departed from Varanasi. That is not known at this point in time. Let me bring in my colleague Harsha, who's getting us the latest details. Harsha, what are the details are you picking up? Has the flight actually taken off from Varanasi, or the procedures are still underway?
So Shaman, the procedures are still underway. Members evacuated. What to do is the inspection of the being done right now, and after the inspection, the aircraft will be allowed to fly again. For the respect that there has been emergency landing at Varanasi airport. There was a fuel leak. In Kolkata to Srinagar. Indigo aircraft.
Harsha, I just want to stay with the breaking news now coming in. In fact, this is quite an important development that's actually taken place, but certainly it's a mid-air scare is what we're being told. It's a mid-air scare. Could you tell us what more details are you picking up in terms of the communication that has taken place between the ATC as well as the airline? Because how exactly do we really know that this emergency landing has been directly linked to the fuel leak that has actually taken place?
Shaman, first for all our viewers and everyone to understand that the emergency landing has happened in Varanasi airport and not at Lucknow airport. The flight was en route from Kolkata to Srinagar and it was 35,000 above the flight level, above the sea level. The flight was at FL 350, what we are being told, and it was mid-air scare because the pilot in command immediately saw that there's a fuel leak, and because of the fuel leak, there could be any dangerous incident involving the aircraft. aircraft, and that therefore it could not go to Srinagar. And that particular point of time, the ATC was immediately informed at Kolkata airport that what to do. We can't reach Srinagar with this fuel leak problem. And that time only the plane, there was a mid-air scare, the plane immediately diverted towards the nearest airport, which was the Varanasi airport. The Indigo flight has made emergency landing at Varanasi airport around 20 minutes back. And what we have learned right now is that all the passengers have completely disembarked. The pilot in command, the crew, everyone has disembarked. And right now the entire investigation and the fuel leak checks in the Indigo aircraft is taking place. What more details are being sent by Indigo is that there has been no any passengers or were safely evacuated. The alternate is being arranged, and if not today, there will be proper cancellation fee to be refunded to all the passengers who have, who have seating. They will be given accommodation also as well. If they want to cancel their flight, the entire amount will be also refunded. But right now, all the passengers are safe. This particular flight right now, Shravan, can't fly to Srinagar today. What we are learning right now from the Indigo sources.
One final question before I let you go, Harsha. Do we know the type of the aircraft that has developed this technical snag? Was it an Airbus or a Boeing aircraft?
So, Shravan, this was an Airbus. It's Airbus 320, which Indigo uses in 90% of the aircraft which Indigo is using right now domestically is Airbus 320 or 350. Indigo doesn't use Boeing, but this particular aircraft, it was earlier also has flown to Srinagar and different beds in the northern region. But this is twice or four times when this technical snag has occurred in this particular aircraft. We are trying to find more about the technical snag related to this particular body of the Indigo aircraft, Airbus 320. But right now, the emergency landing, because of the fuel leak, the major issue, it has been told to us that in the North Street, in the margin of the fuel, there was the maintenance of no defect.
We seem to be having some problem, Harsha, with your phone line. I'm told that Group Captain Bajpai is joining us. Group Captain Bajpai, a fuel leak that has now been reported at an Airbus aircraft of the Indigo. Could you just help us understand how scary this could actually be for all the passengers? Because it seems that the fuel leak was reported when the aircraft had already taken off.
Shravan, good evening to you and to millions of your viewers. As you are reporting on Indigo flight, in-flight turn back or emergency landing has been carried out due to the fuel leak. It is extremely serious issue. This fuel leak is the biggest enemy for the safety of the aircraft, because you know the engines are running, and that time the temperature of the engine, inside engine and surrounding engines could be as high as 800 to 900 degrees centigrade. And in case aircraft catches fire because of this fuel leak, there won't be any survivor. It is extremely serious. Now they have to investigate in detail what has caused this fuel leak. Was there any maintenance work was performed on the engine fuel system or the pipelines which are carrying the fuel to the engine? So this particular thing is to be investigated, and it is to be checked in detail by the flight safety department of the Indigo. They have to take it very seriously. The maintenance team and the flight safety team of the Indigo have to put down their hats, and they have to investigate, and they should initiate all possible measures to avoid any such future incident. It's an extremely serious incident.
Thank you very much, Group Captain Bajpai. A story that we'll be tracking very closely, because remember, as our aviation expert Group Captain Bajpai has been pointing out, this could have been disastrous. Certainly, right decisions taken at the right time, and the passengers are now safe. Shifting focus now to the big story that we're getting to you tonight on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, yet again, Pakistan's attempt to hoodwink the FATF. A few weeks ago on This Is Exclusive, we actually showed you the tactics that was basically employed by the Pakistanis in terms of movement of the terror bases in Pakistan. Now, there is a new terror tactic that has been employed. Recruitment of women. This comes with the direct blessing of Jaish chief Masood Azhar. In fact, family members of Masood Azhar is also involved in this entire recruitment process that has been carried out. And this time, women are essentially being targeted. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on This Is Exclusive, we're going to take you through the details of what is being called as the Tufat al-Muminat. It's an online jihadi course that has been started by the Jaish-e-Mohammed to recruit women. In fact, Masood Azhar's sisters, as well as Omar Farooq, the man who carried out the Pulwama attack, his wife are going to be part of this women brigade. Each participant or each recruit has to pay 500 Pakistani rupees. And it turns out that this is yet another attempt that has been made by the Pakistanis to hoodwink the FATF by saying that these are online courses that are being done. But remember, these courses are essentially being done by a UN designated terror group, that is the Jaish-e-Mohammed. First, take a look at this detailed report and then we bring in our experts on the story.
Pakistan's new terror tactic, Jaish-e-Mohammed has launched an online course under the guise of religious teachings. The course titled Tufat al-Muminat is being projected as a faith-based learning program, but behind it lies a strategic plan to expand Jaish's women's wing, Jamaat-ul-Muminat. The online module is an attempt to indoctrinate women and recruit them into Jaish ranks. Recruitment is set to begin on November 8th, with Jaish terrorist Masood Azhar's sister Sadia and Samaira Azhar fronting the program. Under the pretext of a donation, participants are asked to pay 500 Pakistani rupees and fill out detailed personal information forms. This is just a clear shift in Pakistan's terror module from guns and camps to keyboards and chat rooms, using digital cover-ups to revive terror networks. As Pakistan tries to disguise its new terror brigade, the world is once again reminded that the epicenter of terror is now masking its agenda behind a digital veil.
Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we have General Shokeen Chauhan. Thank you very much, General Chauhan, for joining us on this broadcast. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we are uncovering yet another attempt that has been made by the Pakistanis to hoodwink the FATF. As we understand, General Chauhan, this time an online donation campaign is being started. Help us understand what's this new terror tactic of the Pakistanis?
Shwin, thank you for calling me to your show. It's a very serious situation. Actually, during our retaliation in Op Sindoor, what we had destroyed the Bahawalpur headquarters of Muhammad Maulana Asad. And because we destroyed that, he lost almost everything. And he is now hiding somewhere in Gilgit-Baltistan or Balochistan. He is probably hiding there. Now, it's obvious that his group has been hit very hard by us, and they are looking for different kinds of recruits. They're looking for fundraising, and this is the only way they find they can do some fundraising. So his sisters, Samaira, she's the main head of this. She has been spearheading this issue about training and indoctrinating the wives of the terrorists and the indoctrinated jihadis. So this is her idea, and this is how they've started it. An online course, they're paying 500 Pakistani rupees, an online donation, so that they can restart. But the main idea is that we have hit them very, very hard, and we will continue to hit them hard. This is a movement that was natural. It was a situation that was very natural, that would have happened sometime or the other. The movement from Jihad to keyboards, from Kalashnikov to keyboards, is a movement that's going to take place. Pakistan is not only training these jihadis, it is going in a very, very big manner in bringing in these jihadi crypto warriors. So the future attacks on us would not just be physical attacks, would not just be attacks on our population, would also be attacks on our infrastructure, on our cyber, on everything. So we should expect that these Pakistan Army assisted jihadi warriors are going to be hitting us in every possible manner. And we must be very careful about this. They're using this to indoctrinate the women. Women are the least suspected targets, and they also have the ability to get away or to get away undetected. So in many ways, they're moving to a new form. But this was only natural. And I can tell you, Shwen, that we are absolutely clear about the fact how this is moving, and we're being very careful. I'm sure our establishment is being very careful in dealing with these people, and we're going to be further careful in how we deal with the women who are involved in this particular kind of jihadi crimes.
Jen Chauhan, this appears to have been modeled on the lines of ISIS and Hamas, which has been running a women terror brigade. From your understanding, someone who has seen very closely counterintelligence and has handled issues like this, I want to understand from you, what's the aim here? Because this is a departure from what we have seen in the past. Jaish-e-Mohammed now recruiting women, Lashkar-e-Toiba recruiting women, modeling it completely to that of ISIS and Hamas. It seems that something is brewing right now.
You're right, Shwen. I told you that. It's a movement that is taking the course of the system. You see, what is happening is that this war, like ISIS did, this war is moving into the cybersphere. And the Pakistani jihadis are only taking advantage of that. The Pakistani army has, over the last many years, been training these jihadi crypto warriors to attack India and to continuously attack India on all forms, in all fronts. So not only are they doing it physically, they're doing it cyber. They're doing it in every possible manner. They're doing it to try and, change the loyalties of our population, of a certain sector of our population. They're doing online, just as the ISIS did, they're doing online recruitment. They're doing online indoctrination. So this is a movement that these jihadi warriors have taken from there. And this is a very dangerous phase, because now we come to a point at which we may not know who is indoctrinated and who is not, because they're obviously doing it over apps or undetected apps. And we may not know, and this could sort of trigger lone warrior, lone jihadi attacks on us, on people we don't know. Normally our intelligence keeps great check on people who are trying this, but through this particular way, they're trying to involve different sections of our population to indoctrinate them, and then finally to convince them to attack the infrastructure of India.
Jen Chauhan, thank you very much for joining us and making your debut on This Is Exclusive. Thank you very much for putting this into perspective. Something brewing, but our eyes are on every possible development that's taking place in Pakistan. A clear change as far as tactics are concerned. All attempts now being made by the Pakistanis to hoodwink international agencies. Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. Coming up, trending with my colleague Rakshita.
Congress politicizes Indian cricket team. Muslim politics over cricket by Congress. Congress goes completely communal on cricket, debating tonight at 8 p.m. Season of freebies in battle for Bihar. From BJP to RJD. Decoding the splurge. Can Bihar afford the mega promises made? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रूमका नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं।
रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। MDH का जल जीरा सिप, MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talk about trade, we talk about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk a little while ago about let's have no wars with Pakistan. And I think the fact that trade was involved, I was able to talk about that. And we have no war with Pakistan and India. And that was a very, very good thing. But he's a great person.
Pakistan refuses to hand over stolen Asia Cup. Pakistan, detached from reality, clings to Asia Cup. Trophy chores hide India's Asia Cup in Dubai. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. Season of freebies in battle for Bihar. From BJP to RJD, decoding the splurge. Can Bihar afford the mega promises made? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Co-powered by Century Ply, Club Prime, Raho Befikar.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Bliss weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरी राजा राजा और प्योर मसाला।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Pakistan desires normalization with India based on
principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan.
Sahil Shamshad Mirza, chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, has just praised India for its rise as a global superpower.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find a peaceful and a negotiated solutions to all disputes, including Kashmir. Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. But it requires a willingness on the Indian side as well. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan. We shall always welcome such initiatives by any state, international body, or a multilateral organization. In nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, India is an important country of global south and an aspirant of a major stake in the world order.
India is perhaps the only country that has stood toe-to-toe against Trump's tariff bullying without actually going to war with the US. While several other countries like Japan, South Korea, and Europe have all caved in, India has stood tall. Pakistan just got battered in Operation Sindoor. Heavy damage was inflicted on terror infrastructure in Pakistan and its nuclear facility was hit as well. This isn't a first though. Last year, Pakistani leader Fazlur Rahman praised India for being a global superpower.
हिंदुस्तान और हम एक ही दिन में आजाद हुए 15 अगस्त 1947 को सुबह 8 बजे दिल्ली में लॉर्ड माउंटबेटन ने इंडिया के गवर्नर जनरल का हल्फ उठाया और कराची में कायद आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिनाह ने हल्फ उठाया। एक ही दिन हम आजाद हुए। आज वो दुनिया की सुपर ताकत बनने के ख्वाब देख रहा है और हम दिवालियापन से बचने के लिए भीख मांग रहे हैं।
Apart from this, Sahir Mirza also parroted Trump's lies of having brokered peace between India and Pakistan, a claim India has time and again denied on global platforms.
Now, I want to make two things very clear, sir. One, at no stage in any conversation with the United States was there any linkage with trade and what was going on. Secondly, there was, please listen. Secondly, there was no call between the Prime Minister and President Trump from the 22nd of April when President Trump called up to convey his sympathy and the 17th of June when he called up Prime Minister in Canada to explain why he could not meet.
Pakistan only seems to have...
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, the trending stories are always breaking the internet. And we start today with the massively viral video where a woman named Shraddha Sharma has called out Taj Hotels after they objected to her sitting posture and attire. Internet is divided on that, and we will be having the lady herself today joining us and sharing what really happened at the Taj Hotel. And not just this, viewers, the row over Pakistan stealing India's Asia Cup trophies only blowing up. Desperate Pakistan is trying way too hard. And Republic TV will be getting you all the reaction that have come in. Next up will be Congress seems to face now the wrath of netizens after a controversial tweet about cricketer Sarfaraz as he tries to drag the communal angle on the India ace snub. Meanwhile, India's Neeraj Chopra, the golden boy, is now the Lieutenant Colonel in Territorial Army, honorary rank being conferred upon Neeraj Chopra. And last but not the least, one of Egypt's most iconic archaeological treasures, Tutankhamun's tomb, is facing a serious threat of collapse. We have this and a lot more packed in this edition. I'm Rakshita and this is Trending. A recent incident at one of New Delhi's luxury hotels has sparked debate after a woman claimed that she was asked not to sit cross-legged during a meal. Shraddha Sharma, the founder of a media website, took to social media platform X to share her experience at the House of Ming, a fine dining restaurant at the iconic Taj Hotel. Now, in a video that has gone viral, Sharma expressed her disappointment with how the situation was handled. Watch this.
मुझे बहुत ही गुस्सा आया हुआ है क्योंकि अभी ताज होटल में है हाउस ऑफ मिंग। मेरी बहन आई हुई है आज और उसको लेकर आए हुए हैं यहाँ पर। बहुत मेहनत से पैसा कमाते हैं और उसको सोचे दिवाली में कुछ किए नहीं तो आते हैं और यहाँ पे डिनर करते हैं। और यहाँ पे ताज के मैनेजर ने आके मुझे बोला कि एक गेस्ट को प्रॉब्लम है मुझसे क्योंकि मैं ऐसे बैठी हुई हूँ। देखिए, इस तरह से बैठी हुई हूँ और ये फाइन डाइनिंग है और यहाँ पे बहुत रिच लोग आते हैं, तो आपको एक तरीके से बैठना चाहिए। और क्लोज्ड शूज़, क्लोज्ड ये पता नहीं क्लोज शूज़ क्या पहनूँ, कोल्हापुरी चप्पल पहनती हूँ और पहनती हूँ खुद अपने मेहनत से खरीद के और अपना ये करके यहाँ पे आई हूँ। मगर ऐसे आके कहना कि आप पैर नीचे करके बैठिए ये तो गलत है और किसी को ऑब्जेक्शन है और प्रॉब्लम है। दिस शोज दैट वी आर स्टिल रीकिंग ऑफ दिस richness and this culture and this class. Why? I work hard and that's why I'm here and I'm paying for this myself. So what is the issue? और यहाँ किसी को क्या प्रॉब्लम कर रही हूँ? सही ढंग से सलवार कुर्ता आराम ढंग से रहती हूँ, आराम ढंग से ये करती हूँ, तो इसमें इतना बड़ा ऑब्जेक्शन। और मैनेजर ये क्वेश्चन में ताज होटल के, जिसके लिए मुझे बहुत रिस्पेक्ट है, रतन टाटा जी इन्वेस्टर थे मेरे कंपनी में, एंड आई एम सो डिसअपॉइंटेड विद ताज फॉर क्वेश्चनिंग मी ऑन दिस।
And viewers, in fact, as a video called out the hotel staff, social media users across the country weighed in on the matter with strong voices on both sides of the conversation. While some social media users have condemned the hotel's handling of the situation, others have defended it, emphasizing the importance of maintaining decorum in luxury establishments. A significant section of netizens expressed outrage, calling the intervention unnecessary and rooted in a lingering colonial hangover. And many argued that sitting cross-legged is a traditional and respectable Indian posture, particularly in a restaurant that serves Indian cuisine. They saw the objection as both culturally insensitive, outdated, pointing out that such postures are neither inappropriate or offensive. However, not all reactions were sympathetic to Ms. Sharma. A number of voices supported Taj's position, insisting that five-star establishments are within their rights to set expectations for their guest behavior. In fact, now we have Shraddha Sharma herself joining us live on the broadcast. Thank you so much. Very good evening to you, and thank you for joining us, Ms. Sharma. If you could just tell our viewers what really had happened and what was exactly told to you by the staff.
Thank you for having me here. So yesterday I had gone to Taj Hotel in House of Ming and with my sister, and we were in a side table, two of us, towards the end, as you can see in the video. And the manager came and told me that, one guest is getting disturbed by the way, is feeling uncomfortable with the way you are sitting. So can you sit? This is a fine dining restaurant, and we have certain ways of wearing and shoes and something like that. And can you just sit because this person is getting uncomfortable? I said that what's wrong in the way I'm sitting? I'm not, I'm on the side corner. No one can look at my feet, right? Like I'm in the end, someone has to just bend down to look at my feet. So he said, yeah, I'm just conveying what the person said, and if you could please follow it. So yeah, that was what the person said, and it was. I felt very bad about it because one, I was not disturbing anyone. Second is I didn't think that I did anything inappropriate. There was nothing nothing wrong with what I did. I have a lot of respect for Taj Group. I have a lot of respect. I had a lot of fondness and respect and love for Shri Ratan Tata ji. So this was very hurtful yesterday.
Shraddha, did you has there been any response? Did you really raise it with the management? Because Taj Group of Hotels is actually, it's a pan-India chain, one of the biggest chains of luxury hotels, and it stands for Indianness, so to speak. What we see, in so many of its decors and the themes, they are all speaking and talking out loud. How Indian heritage actually, Taj has its heritage hotels as well. But did you get any sort of response now that this this video has gone?
No, I haven't got any response. No.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Shraddha. In fact, just before I let you go, any message that you want to send out? Because this is, of course, this can happen to anyone. This can have, you have a certain amount of reach, but then there are people who have been called out in the past as well in several clubs in the national capital and other cities for just wearing a sari, maybe. Also, what do you think? Because you have really, really expressed yourself strongly.
People are talking about fine dining protocols and all that, and I understand all those things. But somewhere, if we are not doing anything wrong, if we are not offending, and if we are just being ourselves, right? Yeah. And why should we just change being ourselves? This is how I sit at workspace. So many people I know, like there's absolutely nothing wrong just because people someone is feeling uncomfortable. Why should we change? And I would just tell people that even if it comes at the cost of many people ridiculing you or insulting and humiliating, one should just be themselves. We should just be ourselves as long as we are being kind, we are being nice, and we are being proper.
Right. Shraddha, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us and opening up about this incident now that has caught national attention. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Viewers, the other big story on social media is the Asia Cup trophy row. It hasn't come to India yet, and it's not going to calm down this controversy. Pakistan is not letting it die down. Crybaby Pakistan, humiliated by India, now trying too hard. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairperson Mohsin Naqvi has now filed a response to BCCI's letter on Asia Cup trophy, which till today has not been returned, has not been given by Naqvi, and he has now proposed a ceremony, joint ceremony, where BCCI officials, a representative from BCCI, and the available Indian team player should receive the trophy from him, from his hands, as he says that he is the ACC, Asian Cricket Council President. In fact, he goes on to ask that there should be a joint ceremony where wherever this handing over should take place, a player should come in. And this reply comes in response to BCCI's letter, viewers, right before the AGM on September 30th. And as the trophy eats dust at the ACC Dubai headquarters,